The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op. Hello and welcome to the Trap Nerd Sports podcast.
Nobody to interrupt you today.
I know. I was waiting for Dom to do it. I'm your host, Duke Clark. With me, Harry.
Was good.
Harry Sad Boy Reynolds today.
Fucking tired.
Hungry Harry today. And Dom with his... I was trying to think of something clever to say. Did you get your eyes worked on or something today?
Yeah. I got a lazy eye. Look at this shit.
Dom's in place of Joe. Joe's busy doing whatever the fuck Joe does.
Playing video games and shit.
Yeah, he's probably dead at it. Like, if I log... I'm about to check my PS app right now. If Joe's on there, he's fired completely. He didn't know I could check this from my phone. He's out here playing Destiny and shit.
That should be funny as hell.
Said I'm on a grind. No, he's not on. He took himself offline. He's definitely still... Oh, whoa. No, he's not. All right. He's only getting fined, not fired.
Yeah, we'll keep him around.
All right. Once again, not much going on in the sports world, and once again, running backs' lives do not matter. Jim Irsay just straight up said they don't matter. That's the craziest part.
Yeah, what was his statement?
He said, I forgot the exact statement. He wasn't really. He basically was saying like no one's bigger than the NFL. He said if I die tomorrow or JT retires, like no one's gonna care. Like the ratings are still gonna be there. Like people are gonna. That was like the gist of what he said, and people got mad, but it's fucking true.
Yeah, I mean,
like
it
if JT retired right now, if we got it on our phone, we'd be like, "Damn, that's trash."
Yeah, it sucks. We'll have a moment to talk about like what could have been and how much we liked him, and then
Dom would cry because it's his best player in
Yeah,
Dynasty.
I mean, I'd be sad about it too.
Number one overall.
But like, yeah, like other than people who have him in Dynasty Fantasy,
They'd be like, all right, well, what's up next?
that's trash. But whatever.
I mean, Mahomes could retire right now, and like we're still gonna watch football and do fantasy drafts, and
I think. Well, yeah. I mean, no player is bigger
Yeah.
than NFL. I think Mahomes would be like.
yeah,
Fuck.
we might take a whole episode on it, but after that, it's just like, all right, well, I still can't wait for football to start.
Honestly, Bills fans would be like easy.
Yeah, you guys would be partying and
buckets.
shit.
So yeah, it's just another thing. Running backs, and he requested a trade.
So what even happened? He requested a trade, and then the owner said this.
So yeah, he requested a trade. The owner said that, and then people started saying like they were like the team tried saying he had a back injury,
And then he came out
and
and
then
was
he
like,
tweeted
that's not
that.
true.
That's the fucked up part.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to just be like, oh, JT's on the sideline with a back injury, and then he doesn't have a back injury.
Because
like,
they
should
can
get
put him
fined
on a
for
list
that.
where he doesn't even get paid or some shit.
Really?
Yeah, like the pup list or whatever. Like if
Yeah.
he's not active, he's not guaranteed his like salary.
Oh,
or
I thought you
whatever.
did get paid if you were still on the roster.
Yeah, I was just seeing some shit about that.
That's great. They should be fined.
For real.
Like if
You know,
someone
there's a lot
wanted
of dirty shit going on like that. People are playing that aren't supposed to be playing, and people aren't like now they're saying he's hurt, he's not hurt.
Yeah, but for him to like, he's trying to leave the team. Like he's trying to like, this dude Dom just came here to eat Hershey's.
No, I looked up at the camera and it just switched to me right when I looked up and was like, oh shit.
Sorry, I was trying to catch him.
He's like, zoom in.
He's like trying to change teams and shit. It would be like, obviously I'm not saying that Watson is innocent, but it would be like if it came out after all these years that Watson did none of that shit.
Right.
And Houston was just trying to like make it so he couldn't be traded.
Yeah. And
Like-
I mean, I know everybody hates Watson, but to me it's just too convenient.
Yeah,
I don't
same.
hate Watson.
Like it's just
I forget.
all these years nothing happened, and then all of a sudden he wants to leave, and all these girls come out and say something, and the lawyer of the girls like live next door to the owner of the Texans. Like it's like, come on, man. I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna buy into that. I know, like I said, a lot of people on Twitter hate him. Every time there's a video of him, they're talking shit. I get it, but I'm not gonna be.
I mean, people
that
still
guy.
like Vic, so
They
Well,
didn't
yeah, I
hate
mean,
Big
they
Ben.
kill
though.
dogs, man.
yeah, you still hate Vic.
They
I
didn't
love
hate
dogs.
Big
I do
Ben.
love
Big
Vic,
Ben
though.
left very like everyone was crying and shit, and Big Ben's out here raping people supposedly. You know what I mean? So there's no way.
I don't know. JT's back is fine though.
Yeah, he's chilling.
I hope he gets traded to the fucking NFC because
I mean,
Just
who's
a
really
little-
gonna trade for him though?
yeah, who's gonna trade for a running back? Like
Yeah.
who's gonna give up assets for a running back? And if you're the Colts, why am I gonna trade you? Like I have you as if you're healthy, arguably the best running back in the league. What am I gonna get a fucking 4th round pick because
Yeah.
no one else cares about running backs?
If
Yeah.
they traded him, where would he go?
I don't. Who's gonna
No,
trade for
I
him?
can't think anyone that would want him right now.
I can't think of anybody.
Like the teams that would want him can't afford him. Like
Right.
the Bills need a running back, can't afford him.
But do you? I mean, you guys signed Harris. You got James Cook. You
We
got
don't need
Latavius.
one, but I'm saying
It's like what I was telling Joe. It's like, sure, JT's better
Yeah,
than those
Latavius
guys, but
Murray,
like you
too.
guys have 3 running backs. Like you're not.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah,
It's like
you're
the
not
teams
worried
that,
about it. Yeah.
Like I would like an upgrade there, unless Cook becomes like a elite dude. But like same thing, like Kansas City, he's way better than Pacheco, but
Yeah, Pacheco, McKinnon, and CEH, like they're not going to do it.
yeah,
I would say Miami, but they just drafted that kid. Wilson and Mostert are good.
And then moving on, like now that the Bills are good, everyone wants to go to the AFC East. Now Dalvin Cook's like he's like, oh, like high chance I sign with the Jets. It's like, bro, they already have fucking Breece Hall.
They got Breece Hall and they
They
got
just got Rodgers.
But now they can rest
Yeah.
Hall a little bit, so he doesn't have to like force his way
and they got
back.
what's the name behind
Michael
Breece Hall?
Carter,
yeah.
and they drafted that Israel
and they had that Bam
Abenaki
Knight
guy.
dude.
Two of those dudes at least got to get cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what the fuck?
You see, Delvin Cook was like in a diner in New York, and this dude was like reading the newspaper. He was talking to Delvin Cook, but apparently didn't know it was him. He's like, if we get this guy, we could win the Super Bowl. He's telling Delvin Cook. That shit had to be crazy, like a crazy good feeling. Like, oh yeah, I am that guy, by the way, sir. I'm not fucking coming here.
I'm
though.
him. All right. There's really nothing else to talk about NFL news wise.
It only makes sense for him to go to Titans because he said he wanted to follow Hopkins.
Him and Henry would be crazy.
That would be honestly that'd be the best move.
Yeah,
That'd be like both of them just get 50-50. They both.
that's how you could save Henry a little bit too.
Yeah. All right, so nothing else really in news. So we're just going to continue our fantasy rankings. We did quarterbacks, tight ends we did last week, and now we're going to do wide receivers. So you guys kick it. What were we doing? 1-1-1, 2-2-2?
Yeah,
Let's
just
go.
we'll all say our ones and our twos.
All right, Dom, tell me your one. Who do you think's going to finish as wide receiver 1 in 2023, 2024?
Justin Jefferson.
Same.
I put Chase.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with Burrow, you're not sure where his injury is and all that.
I'm not worried about it. He said he's going to miss a couple weeks. He'll probably just not play in the preseason. He'll be back.
But you think he'll be back for week 1?
I think so.
Because if he missed a few games, it feels like impossible for Chase to catch
Yeah.
Jefferson.
That's true. But
I got Chase too, so it's not like
I have complete faith that Burrow will be there. And they have Trevor Siemian. He'll feed he'll feed Jamar Chase.
The Browns will kill him with Za'Darius and Myles Garrett.
My thing is sometimes it's definitely not better than Burrow, obviously. But sometimes you get those shitty quarterbacks who don't care. Like they don't care if they throw interceptions, so they're just like Jamar's the best. Throw it to him.
maybe.
Throw it to him. Throw it to him. Like Fitzpatrick, dude. Ryan Fitzpatrick was never that good, but his receivers always ate in fantasy because he didn't give a fuck about throwing interceptions.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm gonna stick with Chase if Burrow misses a couple
Then
weeks.
who's
though.
your 2, Jefferson?
Jefferson.
So who's your 2?
Chase.
So we at least got the same top 2. I feel like that'll be everywhere.
3, I got Hill.
I got Cup still.
I was going back and forth.
It's tough to say.
When's he
Like
supposed to be back?
who?
Cup.
He'll be back. Yeah, he'll be back.
Be back
for
week one.
They said
Yeah.
Stetson Bennett's been throwing him dimes and shit in
Yeah,
practice.
I like him, so
And the Rams are going to stink, so if he doesn't get shut down, like they're going to trail. He's going to have garbage time
It's
opportunities.
just like, yeah, yeah, but on the other side of that, so I have Cup. I had Cup 4,
And
and
I
I
have Hill 4, so I guess
I got
it's-
Cup 3. I got Hill 4.
Yeah, same.
I just think like the offensive line, like I don't know, are they going to be able to?
Yeah, they might be horrible, like a
Yeah.
complete shit show and end up shutting him
Stafford
down
goes
or-
down, Stetson Bennett just.
Yeah, but Bennett's been eating in camp. I know it doesn't matter, but
Yeah,
it's
no.
crazy to hear all that shit.
It is crazy because Cooper Kupp was 2 points ahead of Jefferson before he got hurt, like per
Yeah,
game.
like
Per
he's that
game.
dude.
Like he averaged 2 points more per game than Jefferson.
I was about to
before
beat
he got
Jake
hurt.
for steak and cheese subs, and then Cup died. So,
So now you have to buy
So
him.
Cup saved
nah,
your
we just
life.
avoided it.
Cup saved
Oh,
your
'cause of
life
injury.
and your arteries because
Yeah, fuck that though. Nice Doug sub. What's wrong with Doug, man?
Shout out Doug. Yo, Doug, we need some.
His subs be hitting. Who you
We
got
have to just
five
have
now?
like a platter every episode of Doug's.
You
I
guys
got
go to the
Diggs
driveway to
5.
pick up your subs.
Yeah, right. It's in a crib, bro. It's fucking awesome. Who you got 5?
Diggs.
I figured you would because you like the Buffalo Bills. Nah, it's all right though. I got AJ Brown.
I had Brown at 6.
I got Diggs.
Oh wait, no, actually, I don't have Brown at 6. My bad.
You got Diggs at 5.
Yeah.
Then I have Diggs at 6.
I have CD Lamb.
When you have 6,
See Lamb.
and then I have CD Lamb 7. So we're all pretty close.
I have
still.
Brown 7. Yeah, I mean the top 10 should be the same.
I got Brown
if it's
7.
in different order. Or
So
what.
we have the same top 7 regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Brown 7.
8, I have Devontae Adams.
I have Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Devontae Adams.
I just don't the disrespect for Devontae, man.
I mean, it's just tough because like he's best case scenario has Garoppolo, which isn't exciting, and then I don't. What's the news on like their quarterback situation?
They said Garoppolo's healthy.
So he's good. He's gonna be their quarterback.
I didn't hear all that. I just heard that like he passed his physical. But the thing is like we lost, like he went from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr. Everyone's like huge downgrade. The stats were almost identical.
No, he's that dude.
And now and Jimmy G, like Debo, I get a lot of it was running, but Debo was the second best wide receiver in the league when Jimmy G was his quarterback. So fantasy wise, I mean.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely. I just think
Adams
could be wide receiver 1, and I wouldn't think anything of it.
I just think even with Garoppolo sucking, Adams he's a great route runner at every level of the field. Maybe he has to run more short routes than intermediate routes to get the ball, but I still think Adams could easily catch 110 passes if they go that route.
Right.
Especially if Jacobs doesn't play, but I do think Jacobs is going to play. So everyone did their 8.
Yeah, I'll say Brown. You guys both had Adams.
So 9, I have Garrett Wilson.
I have Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. Garrett Wilson.
I think he's about to eat. And then at 10, I have Adams, so he's still in my top 10.
10, I have St. Brown.
10, I got St. Brown.
So we still have the same top 10. That's why I really think the top 10 is like really solidified.
Yeah, I mean,
however you rank them,
you can make arguments for different guys, and like maybe 9, 10 for me, but I just think Wilson doing what he did last year with Zach Wilson and fucking Mike White. Like,
yeah, I feel like all 10 of these guys have a chance to be close to receiver 1.
And then now that Jameson Williams is out for 6 weeks, like St. Brown's just gonna get fed. Who do they even have over there? Like Chark left. All they have is
they brought back
rookie
Marvin
tight
Jones,
ends.
who stinks, and
they
have the rookie tight end.
I mean, Gibbs is gonna get a ton of targets, but
I actually like Gibbs. But who was they had somebody else, but I don't think he's good. I don't even.
They don't really have any. Like Josh Reynolds, I think.
Yeah, so St. Brown's gonna
until Jameson Williams goes there, they have no one to throw the ball to. 11, I have Olave.
I have Jalen Waddle.
I really wanted to put Waddle over Olave. I love Waddle, but Olave also 8.
I'll take Smith.
Devontae Smith. I like it.
Yeah.
They're all good. 12, I now have Olave.
I got Olave too.
I have Jalen Waddle.
Okay, so me and you have the same top 12. 13, I now have Smith.
I have Calvin Ridley.
Nice. I like it.
I'm
a little bit lower on Ridley than most people because I just think Christian Kirk was so good last year, as well as like Etienne, Ingram, and all them, that I just can't see Ridley getting the volume that he's going to need.
He's just...
But he is that dude.
I know camp doesn't mean anything.
Did you see that video of him and Zay Jones running the same route? Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Dude. They said Zay Jones run a 4.5, and he made Zay Jones look like he was moving in slow motion. And there was other videos of him just dusting cornerbacks. Like, he's just too complete.
Yeah, Devontae Adams, I don't know why it was brought up, but he was saying like how like Calvin Ridley's one of the best receivers in the league and shit like that. I don't know why.
He's got my thing is I had him really low before, and then because I'm like, oh, he took basically 2 years off football. He only played like 4 or 5 games 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So normally I fade people like that, but if you're gonna go out there, your routes still look clean as fuck. You're still blowing by guys.
Yeah.
As long as you didn't forget how to catch the ball.
Definitely a great offense.
He easily could be top 10 in my opinion, but I put him at 13.
At 14, I have T. Higgins.
I have Debo.
Waddle, right? I didn't do Waddle yet, right?
No, you didn't Waddle.
I'm freestyling right now. I'm going off this list right here.
Style ain't free.
Yeah. I don't have it written down. I'm just going off it.
Yeah, so Ridley.
I don't think I took Waddle yet.
I had Samuel. You had
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins. You had Waddle. I had
Smith, didn't I?
You had Smith before, but you had Waddle now.
Okay, Waddle.
And now we're at 15.
Okay.
15 for me is DK Metcalf.
I have T. Higgins.
I'll take T. Higgins.
Those are good.
These guys literally
they're all so close.
Yeah, from 14 all the way down to like 24. I could easily see me being completely wrong on every single one of these.
Yeah, they're going to be close. I think the top 10 is like solidified.
I think I'm going to come back and Cooper will be top 10.
Cooper's actually my next pick at 16.
Cooper's my 16
That's
too.
Funny as hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But I think like we're gonna have to come back to this episode and he will be top 10.
Yeah, it's very possible with Watson having a full year. And
Watson's gonna just.
It just depends how they want to play.
He'll have a winning season and he'll probably be top caliber, but I don't think he's gonna win anything. But I think he's just gonna be really better.
I think Cooper could be top 10 too. It's just they brought in people like they brought in Elijah Moore.
They drafted that Tillman kid.
Drafted Tillman. Watson was targeting Njoku. Peoples Jones is still good.
Yeah.
And then you have Chubb. Like
Shout
they're
out
gonna want to
Demond.
run the fuck out of the ball.
Demond doesn't believe Peoples Jones is not good, and that he'll never draft him in fantasy. So we'll see this year.
He doesn't like Peoples Jones.
He hates him because of me, probably.
I love Peoples Jones. He's
does
not gonna
well.
do shit this year because he's buried, but
I
I think he's a decent dude.
I bet him the one game for Peoples Jones to have like double digits in fantasy, and he did that in like the very last play.
It was against the
It's so
Bills. He
sick.
got like a touchdown at the end.
He was like, "You think they're gonna do it against the Bills, your own team? You're gonna disrespect your own team?" I was like, "Yep," and then he did. It was mad funny.
17, I got Metcalf.
I got Jerry Judy.
Of course you do.
You're lucky I didn't put him at
I
like
just,
5.
I'll go with Jerry Judy because how can he? Like,
Yeah, Wilson's there.
Wilson
Wilson's going to
had
be
a
better.
terrible-
Payton's
Harry
there.
Harry has just like infected everyone around him with Jerry Judy
why
love.
not?
If
really
he's not good this year, I'll leave it alone.
He's
this
really
is
good,
it. This
though.
is the time. If he gets hurt again or he struggles,
It's
but
just
the way he finished the season, I felt like was so strong.
I get it.
Separated himself from Sutton as the clear number 1.
believe. All right, relax.
He
It's
did
hard.
though.
I know he
It's
did.
hard.
He did. But listen. So last year this was the whole thing.
It definitely messed
Ended
with my
up
bets.
Jerry Judy ended up having like some crazy games those last 3 games, and he still only ended up finishing like 1 point per fantasy
Diggsy
game
always is hurt too.
ahead of Sutton. No, I'm talking like per
oh,
game
ahead of
stats.
Sutton.
Per game stats. So like I get it. That 3 games could be like that's what he's about to do now. Or that could just be 3 high-level games, and you're drafting.
Yeah.
And Judy's getting drafted as a wide receiver like 23 right now, and Sutton's like wide receiver 62.
The value on Sutton's insane.
Yeah, so I have Sutton, and I'm upset about it because I traded CeeDee Lamb for him in 2 firsts, and everyone
Yeah.
said I was fucking fleecing my brother, and now it looks like the worst deal
Yeah,
in the
right.
history of ever. But wide receiver, just the level of drop-off for Sutton is just insane to me. But I do have Judy a lot higher than I did last year.
Yeah, I just think with Peyton there now, he finally had a year where he finished it strong. He had a year with Wilson under his belt. I don't know. I think it's going to be,
Was Peyton there when Colson was there?
I believe so.
Because like I was at first I was thinking the reason Sutton's probably getting faded is because Peyton's just like you only throw to open guys because that's like Michael Thomas was open every play, he got the ball every play. Sutton, that's his thing, like you have to throw the ball up and hopefully he fucking goes up and gets it.
Mm-hmm.
And those wide receivers are just like falling out of favor in the league. So I'm trying to remember because Colson was never open, he just
Yeah.
mossed
I just feel
people.
like Judy's just, his skill set, his route running, all that's just too good. It's going to be unleashed. When it
Yeah,
all
with
comes
Peyton,
together,
yeah.
if he can stay healthy, I believe he'll be talked about the way we talk about Lamb and Jefferson and these guys. That's where my ceiling for him, like my expectation could be.
Lamb, like
Dude, yeah. I mean, coming
I
out
mean,
of college,
Lamb
he was
is
better
a-
prospects than those guys. Or him and Lamb were right together.
Lamb is
We'll
a
find
stretch,
out,
but
though,
Jefferson,
because
come on, bud.
I got this double book rookie autograph jersey. Jerry Judy
You're waiting for
card.
that shit to pop off.
I'm trying to sell it to Harry. So we'll see if he buys it. We'll see if he's a real Judy fan.
My next is Calvin Ridley. I finally have him.
I have Brandon Ayuk at 18.
Oh shit! I think I'm in my top 50.
You're bugging.
You like Ayuk a lot?
Oh, I love Ayuk. That's also like some bias, but I think Ayuk is going to go crazy this year.
What do you guys got? You got?
I'm drafting
I got
him
Ridley.
everywhere.
Yeah, I'll
Ayuk,
probably
I
take
have.
Ridley.
Did
Did you guys take Debo yet?
He did.
I
have
have
not.
Debo at 15 or 14.
I haven't
You
taken
don't
Debo
have
yet.
Debo. Dude,
I have him on here. He's coming up.
he was a year removed from being the second best receiver in the league, bro.
I know, but I just know like the way that they're talking, and then you got McCaffrey and Mitchell. He's gonna lose a lot of those running stats, and that's what made him so good.
That's what made him 2, but he still would have been. I think he still would have been like top. I forgot what they said. It was like top 12 if he.
I mean, he's still gonna be. He still is really good, but that to me, like when with him losing that, like skill or whatever you want to call it, I just don't see him having the.
He's still just like the best run after catch dude in the NFL though.
And
Like,
you like Ayuk the way you just said. Kittle's gonna eat.
I don't know though. Is Kittle
McCaffrey's
gonna eat
crush. So it's like there's only so much that can happen with that. I mean, how many points a game are they gonna score? You got him ready to score 40 a
though?
game.
Facts. Facts.
My next one, I have D Hop.
I have Judy finally.
McLaurin.
I like it. Yeah, my thing with D Hop, I think a lot of people don't like the spot of Tennessee, but I think for fantasy it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Just because like they have no other receivers unless Treylon Burks emerges, which I do think he'll have a
was
better
killing.
second year.
He was killing when he played though.
But Hopkins is still one of the best receivers in the league, and Tennessee they're not going to be great, so they're going to probably have to throw a little bit more than usual, I would say.
Well,
So, I don't
Jonathan
know.
Taylor will be back there running, so
Well, let's just see. I mean, if they're in low-scoring defensive games running the ball, then yeah, it like takes all the appeal away. But if they're trying to put up points and keep it up with all the AFC quarterbacks, which I think they're going to have to, Hopkins should get double-digit targets every week.
We've just never seen Ryan Tannehill support a fucking great fantasy receiver. Like,
yeah, but they also 2-3 years ago when they were good, the league wasn't what it is now. Like the
and Henry was running for 2,000
right,
yards
so they're
back then.
beating
And they're
guys 20-16 and just running the ball. I don't think they can do that this year. And if they try to, I think they'll suck.
They do need to give Henry like.
Or if
they
Levis
can't give
comes
him
in, I guess he's
300.
been carving shit in camp.
Can I ask you guys something real quick? What pick did you take DK Metcalf at?
In this,
For me, I am at 17.
17.
Yeah.
Do you guys have McLaurin before him?
I have
No, I have him
15
at
DK
20.
and I have McLaurin 24.
You guys do realize that McLaurin beat DK Metcalf
He
last
did
year.
not.
He didn't beat him during the fantasy year.
He
did
beat
not
him for the whole year.
That doesn't
That
matter.
does not
though.
matter to our money.
So it's just fantasy only.
Just
Joe, for
fantasy.
some reason, allowed that to rock, and I respect Joe
He
for
played
that.
for the whole
but-
season.
well, that's what I'm saying. It was, he made that dumb bet, is what I'm saying. But
So, but I'm saying though, so like, you're only comparing, the first couple of games, and you're gonna leave the last.
I'm
few games
comparing,
out.
17 weeks. You guys added 18. That doesn't count. We did 17 weeks. Me versus Damon. Metcalf missed a game and still beat him. And that's not nothing against McLaurin. He's unbelievable. He has shit quarterback play.
Every time he has a.
But at the
terrible
end of the
quarterback.
day, through 17 weeks of fantasy football with
Give
Metcalf
him-
losing a game, but we can't give him.
I'm just saying, give him a real QB.
Sure, I mean, but
Even
that's
give him Geno Smith.
but we could say that about a lot of guys.
Yeah,
like if
I
Devontae
get that.
Adams went back to Rodgers, he all of a sudden his name's ahead of Jefferson for me. Like it just immediately changes. Like it's tough to.
The thing, I honestly it depends. Like I like McLaurin more than Metcalf just as a player.
Bro,
But
McLaurin's
like if they both
unbelievable.
had the same quarterback, I would take McLaurin over Metcalf. But
McLaurin has horrible quarterback play.
Yeah.
That's why he's
And-
down here on my list.
yeah, like,
It's
if
just-
Sam Howell's
But every
better
time-
than
every time
who was
he-
the quarterback last
It
year?
doesn't matter. He's always having at least 1,000-yard game season.
Who was Washington's quarterback for the? I know Howell finished, but who was their quarterback?
It was the little dude off the couch.
The
right?
dude that he got.
Oh, Wentz, right?
No. Wentz
The
played
dude
a
off
couple
the
games,
couch.
but the fucking
Dude off the couch.
when Wentz played
Heineke.
Dotson,
Heineke.
Heineke.
yes. No, yeah, I McLaurin could get open anytime. The thing with DK though is I think DK easily could have had like 5 more touchdowns last year. He only had 6
Yeah.
touchdowns last year and still 8. Like I think his touchdowns can go up. But also, I mean, that's why I have all these, like, literally the difference. I have Metcalf 17, McLaurin 20. Like, there's no difference there to me.
Yeah.
Like, Metcalf can easily regress. If JSN plays better than most rookie
All I'm hearing
receivers
is
do.
that dude is just the shit.
People are fading the fuck out of Lockett for some reason, even though he was like the 13th best receiver last year. They might run the ball 10 times more now because they have Charbonnet and Walker. So, like, all those receivers can fucking suck,
Yeah.
honestly. Like,
Yeah, I
all
mean,
we
even
can
my
get-
15 to 24, like if somebody took DK and I took McLaurin, I'm still happy. Like
Yeah,
I'm not like thinking DK. Even last year when I bet with Damon, the same bet as them, like I thought I could win, or like I thought it would be close.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, that was my only thing is like you beat Joe in the way you guys bet it. But
Yeah.
through fantasy, nobody goes to week 18 anymore. And if they do, they don't. They're like idiots. I'm sorry.
All I said was the full regular
Yeah,
season.
but I'm saying if you did fantasy and Metcalf missed a game, he beat McLaurin, so that showed that he did have the better season as far as that.
they both played a full game, the 18th game. So like,
But I'm saying Metcalf missed a game in the first 17 and still beat him.
Yeah.
So McLaurin had a little bit of an edge and still lost. But it is close. Like it could go either way.
If Sam Howell's good, McLaurin will probably beat because who else is? Well, Dotson's over there, and I really like Dotson.
Well, they got what's his name? Eric Bieniemy. I forgot. how to say it.
Bieniemy.
He's supposed to be such a good play caller that he can help make McLaurin even better as well. So, like I said, I mean, there's no doubt if McLaurin had a better quarterback, we'd be discussing him as a top 12 receiver.
If you take JSN and Charbonnet out of the picture, though, I think Metcalf. Like I would have Metcalf clearing McLaurin.
But why though? He didn't clear.
I
him
know,
last
I know,
year.
I know. He did. I think
This
Metcalf.
should be his
I
best
think
year with
Metcalf
all
had
these
a
people.
bad year with touchdown wise. Like he had the receptions, he had the yards,
That's
but he
because
only had
Pete
6
Carroll
touchdowns.
just wants to run the ball, bro.
It's so
That's
corny.
the problem.
It's so corny.
I hope he runs the ball
too.
150. I hope
Well,
he runs
Walker
the
and
ball
Charbonnet
100.
are both hurt. We can talk about that after.
Yeah, but I don't think they both.
Well,
will play
we
this
talked
season.
about it. You introduced the podcast as running backs' lives don't matter, so they'll just run them into the ground this season.
Well, they got 2 of them now, so that's the.
Yeah, both of them will be gone.
And they drafted that McIntosh too.
He'll be
I'm
the
not
new
worried
number
about that,
one.
dude.
I'm gonna actually
Not
pick him
either,
up.
but
Actually, you know what? I am worried about him because remember when Chris Carson was healthy and they had Chris Carson and Penny and they would both be healthy and for some reason DJ Dallas would touch the ball or something.
DJ Dallas is still in the picture. He loves that. Dude.
I don't even know. I just made up.
He must have like blackmail on him or something.
I don't get it. Like I never like.
Dude's always just on the team. He does nothing. He sucks.
Before Chris Carson like broke his neck, dude was just like over 1,000 yards every year. Penny when he's healthy, 6 yards per carry. Let's fucking put DJ Dallas out there.
Dallas has to be a crazy special teams player or something that we don't like pay attention to.
I might even be thinking of a different running back. It could have been someone else, but it's just always these. What's the other dude that used to be there with the weird? I don't know. He just would always have these random ass dudes running the ball, and I had Chris Carson like every year because for some reason you could get Chris Carson in like the 8th round.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, what the fuck is happening?
Right. And he would always have some crazy good games. You'd be all excited, and then like DJ Dallas would come in.
I fucking hate that shit. So who knows? Maybe fucking.
After Hopkins, I have Debo now.
Where are we at? 20? Where are we at 20?
20, yep.
Okay, 20 was is McLaurin for me.
Hopkins.
So we're all pretty. I mean, we're pretty similar.
I think I'm higher on the next person than probably all of you guys.
Who you got?
I have London at 21.
I got him at 22.
Oh wow, I thought you'd have him lower.
But for now, I will tell you I have Chris Godwin.
But Chris Godwin didn't even make my top 30.
I think Baker's going to benefit because the way Baker plays, it'll benefit Godwin and hurt Evans. That's my opinion on that receiving.
And like, what do you mean? Like, what way?
Like, because Evans like lives off the big plays, and
Yeah.
Baker's like scared to like take. I just feel like Baker don't like hit the long ball well or anything like that. He'll hit Godwin on those short
Kind of
passes.
how like Odell like did nothing with Baker,
Exactly.
but Landry kind of still had good seasons.
Exactly, yeah.
I'll take Ayuk.
Ayuk.
That was 21. We just did. I just did London.
Yeah. So now I have London.
Do you think? Like I keep going, I really love London as a player.
I'm sorry, I have Christian Watson here.
At 21 or 22.
22, yeah. London's next.
I'll take
Are
London.
they gonna throw the ball? Like that's the only thing that's worrying me.
Who, Atlanta?
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna have to see what Ritter has because their team's starting to come together. Now they have to make sure if Ritter's not the answer now, they can figure it out next year.
The thing is like the same reason I'm kind of contradicting my logic here of putting him 21, but the same reason we didn't hate AJ Brown, always loved AJ Brown, but the reason we were like he's not going to reach his pinnacle is because they had Derrick Henry, they had Arthur Smith calling plays,
Yeah.
They knew they were going to run the ball 30 fucking times a game, and then Tannehill's just not elite.
Yeah.
So it's like it's almost the same exact situation with London right now. Like love London's talent, but they have fucking Bijan Robinson, Arthur Smith
Algier.
calling plays, and honestly, we'd probably be happy if Ritter was as good as Tannehill.
Yeah, and I mean that's a fair point.
So it's
Who's
like
his backup?
I don't even know who they have over there.
Oh,
now.
they signed
Heineke.
Heineke,
They
yeah.
have Heineke, yeah.
Which would be great for London because
Yeah,
he just throws
that
the
would be,
ball
yeah.
to whoever.
But maybe Ritter's is that good though. Like we have to see.
I liked Ritter. I just don't know. I mean, I love London, so I put him here. But when I was typing it out, I was like, he easily could like fall out of the top 30.
Yeah.
Because honestly, none of the signs are his. Like the only good sign for both him and Pitts is they both were like around 30% target share,
Yeah, they
which
get
is
all the targets,
unreal.
yeah.
It's just that there's not a lot of targets. So they could have 7 targets a game and it would be like a 30% target share, which 7 targets a game isn't crazy for a wide receiver one. But I put him there anyway. 22, you had Watson.
Christian Watson, yep.
I have Devonta Smith now.
Devonta Smith now?
Jordan.
Holy shit.
Jordan Addison.
Addison,
know.
I like that. Sneaky. Holy fuck though. Smith at 22?
I honestly,
I didn't even realize that you didn't have him said yet.
I probably should have him over to London, but it's just like
What makes you not like where he's being drafted, or what makes you like these other guys?
I just like Hurts had a crazy year last year, right? He was borderline MVP. If Mahomes didn't go nuts,
or if he doesn't get hurt,
oh yeah, if Hurts didn't get,
Yeah.
what did he miss? Yeah, so
miss like 3 or 4
yeah,
games.
like
Did you guys hear Kadarius Toney got hurt?
Yeah,
yeah, always.
it's a given.
And I literally just traded for him.
Yeah,
That's stupid, but
they'll get a couple good games from him.
yeah, maybe I don't know. So Devonta Smith had like 1,100 yards last year, broke out, whatever. I just don't like. You're assuming that Jalen Hurts is just going to continuously be that good.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's tough. I obviously, you know me, like I liked Hurts before.
I love
anything.
Hurts. I'm not hating on
So
Hurts.
seeing him pop off the way he did doesn't surprise me the way he does other people. And then like you got to worry about AJ Brown. You got to worry about Goddard. You got to worry about Hurts running, Swift running. So it's like Smith, even with less target rate, I don't know what it was, but even say it comes down, like he's going to be open a lot. He's going to face a lot of bad coverage, and
he really started to take off after Goddard went down. So like
Yeah.
Goddard's going to be back.
I just don't see why he can't go like 4 for 60 like as a minimum every game.
Yeah, I get
Which
it. He's
obviously
going to be
isn't
open every
great, but
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
just-
get it.
And then he's going to have those games, though. He's going to have 6 for $160 and 2 touchdowns or something. That's going to spike him up. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I still believe the Eagles are the best team in the NFC, and I think they'll be back in the Super Bowl.
The highest I could, honestly put him would be 17. But like I said, these dudes, like Metcalf, Ayuk, Judy, I could easily see him beating these guys, but I could easily see them beating him too.
It's just San Fran, the way they run offense, the way Seattle runs offense, the way Denver did run offense. Obviously, it's different with Peyton. It's just such a huge advantage to Smith.
That's true.
Those teams are going 3 and out and shit. Eagles are constantly keeping drives alive, giving him more opportunities.
That's true.
That's what you got to remember. Like, why does Judy or Metcalf or McLaurin not put up these numbers? Well, their team punts the ball immediately.
Well, I mean, on that side, we were talking about Metcalf might lose targets but he also might get more opportunities.
Yeah,
he might have a less target share, but they might be getting more first downs and same thing because they have 2. Like Walker was elite last year. He was top 5
great.
fantasy once he started. Charbonnet is a better goal line back. So when they're in the 3rd and 1s, and they're way more likely to get the first downs there now. So I mean, it goes both ways. All the people I have above him are the number 1 targets, other than maybe Ayuk, are the number 1 targets in their offenses, and most of them have really good quarterbacks too. So
I think this is going to be the hardest year of fantasy for me.
It
so
seems
much
tough.
talent.
I don't even know what
from.
way to go.
Yeah, it's just
For me,
do
the
you
hardest
double up
year-
on number 1 wide receivers. Or do you double up on 2 running backs? Like do you
It's
go 1 and
crazy.
1 and try to figure out later. In the
Quarterbacks
draft.
are back now. Like
Dude,
even in one
everyone.
quarterback leagues,
you have to go
quarterbacks
3rd round
go
or
early
something.
now,
If you,
yeah.
It's hard.
I liked when quarterbacks we got Jalen Hurts in round 8 last year, whatever. All that shit's dead now.
It's done.
You can't get Justin Fields in the fucking I think he's going round 6 in one quarterback
Yeah,
leagues. He's gonna go in the first 2 rounds in ours.
I think we watched a draft on Best Ball and they were just like they took Josh Allen, Hurts 1-1.
Oh, and best ball, they're 2nd round.
They were
You
just
want Mahomes, you got to take him 2nd round, and then 3rd round is Hurts and Josh Allen.
Yeah, it's just like there's Bink taking him right
Yeah,
away.
it's tough.
like
It really is.
who's left over?
To me, the worst year in fantasy ever was the COVID year because it was
that was just fucking torture.
I actually the year after the COVID year. I've won at least one league every year since I started doing fantasy, except for my
that one?
first year. COVID and the year after COVID didn't win a single league. All these running backs are getting older. You don't you want to fade them, but you don't you honestly can't fade them. That was the tough part for me. Seeing all those dudes that used to be really good hit that age where it's do I draft them?
Yeah.
And then they end up fucking sucking or no. At least now we know that at least on the receiver position, we're on fucking 22 people now.
Yeah,
and
all studs.
all these dudes can finish as a top 12 receiver.
I haven't even said McLaurin's name yet, and that dude is
yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
Though, you know what I mean?
But the
you
running
can't do that with running backs. By the time you get to your
No.
24th running back, you're fucking damn, I don't even want to start this guy.
by the time you get to your 12th running back,
Yeah,
you start
honestly.
honestly you get around Joe Mixon and we'll do this next week, but even Joe Mixon,
You're
right?
not thrilled.
Yeah, you're this dude could easily be trash.
The only thing I like about the running backs on Underdog, I haven't done any FFPCs or anything, is Aaron Jones and Ken Walker go in the 4th and 5th round.
Yeah.
If I can get 2 or 3 receivers and a good quarterback and then have them as my running back, I would be thrilled. But I don't think home leagues will be like that
Yeah, we'll see, man.
because people want their everybody knows to take running backs now. So I don't know.
So first round, what are you taking? Are you taking a wide receiver? Or are
That's
you
what I'm
taking
saying.
a
I just
running
don't
back?
know.
I was saying I'm all the way receiver. Unless
I also
Yeah.
don't mind Kelsey.
yeah, exactly.
Because
I'm
he just
taking a
dominates the
you need
position.
that. I think in the first round, you need a top 5 wide receiver right away.
But then if you don't get that, then
Then you
I
just settle for a
honestly,
number one
the
running back.
first running back I would take would be McCaffrey, and I think I would take my top 4 receivers and Kelsey before him.
Last
I
year,
think we should do a whole mock in a couple weeks. Not a whole mock, but we do all our rankings, then we do our overall rankings.
last year I had the number 1
What
and
do you
number
mean?
2 running back, and it did nothing for me. I still took last, but I tied everyone. I still took last
Yeah.
place. It was crazy.
Um,
But I had the most injuries ever on that team.
You talking about my league or differently?
Definitely, I had the number 1 and number 2 running back in the league on my team, and I still took last place. But I had a lot.
the other thing too is we start a lot of flex in our league, so your team has to be complete. You're not going
All
to
the way
win
down,
off
yeah.
of just having
Yeah.
a couple good guys. But no, I was saying we should do our overall ranking. So number 1 overall, I would put Jefferson,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
I really think Kelsey would be in my top 3. I'm not sure though.
Last year I was saying that, But like I said, like we talked about in the tight end episode, like the gap from last year just isn't going to be. Kelsey is by far still the best tight end. But the reason at the end of the year when we were doing like the review of the fantasy year that I was going to saying like, dude, I might take Kelsey number 1. I was like kind of forgetting. Okay, Mark Andrews had 1,300 yards and got hurt. You know, like you can easily get. Say Kelsey averages 20 points a game, you could easily get 16, 17 from Mark Andrews. Kyle Pitts can easily take a jump and give you 15, 16 points.
We just haven't seen it, though.
We've seen it from Andrews. Like,
yeah,
we've seen
2 years
it,
ago.
like,
but even that's 2 guys. That's Kelsey and Andrews.
Yeah.
Kittle hasn't been able to do it.
They can't stay healthy.
Yeah, they can't stay healthy. And then you got teams like San Fran who Kittle's such a good blocker that they have games where he just gets 1 catch because he's blocking the shit out of somebody.
Yeah,
Kelsey
but I mean,
is the number 1 weapon for the number 1 quarterback. So no matter
obviously,
what.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
on Andy Reid calling plays. Like, Kelsey's just so safe to me.
That's why I would take before McCaffrey, which is the first running back I would take. I would take Jefferson, Chase, Kupp, Hill, and Kelsey.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what I would do. I really don't have any idea.
Because like the thing is,
I mean, in FFPC, I would take Kelsey. I would go Jefferson, Chase, Kelsey.
and you know what the craziest fucking thing about this is? McCaffrey and Cooper Kupp have been the best fantasy players. Like, they've been like top 5 fantasy players in the history of fantasy football. Like, they've been that good when they're healthy.
Yeah.
So it's
hard for me not to take McCaffrey on San Fran. The way that shit looked last year was not right. That shit was scary.
If you give me him in the first round, I got like the 6th or 7th pick. I guess I just skip.
And
it.
if
he won't make it to the 6th unless.
Well, it depends. Like super flex. When he's in
weird.
super
Yeah,
flex.
super
So
flex. Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that do change. But I mean, Eckler. How do you not take Eckler?
I think Eckler gets a little faded
With
this year.
Kellen Moore, maybe he don't get as many targets.
Did he get
though.
extended?
that's what I'm saying.
Eckler?
Not yet.
He's trying to, right?
Yeah.
So that's what caused a worry for me too, because he might try to sit out with the rest of the running backs. I don't know.
With Kellen Moore calling plays there, though, I don't think Eckler will.
He's not
get
going
as many
to.
catches.
And they've
Eckler
been.
was my guy last
Oh,
year.
dude, he was
man.
crushing off
He
the
was
corniest
amazing.
shit too. He
was
had
giving
like
me
12
30
catches for
points and
90
shit,
yards
yeah.
and shit.
And they've
It
been
was
feeding.
But you got to remember though, Keenan Allen was out, so he had a.
Well, and yeah,
and Mike Williams
yeah.
was out, and their coach sucked.
Will
and-
he have that same role? I don't think
No.
so.
Quinn Johnston's there now. They got a new coordinator. We'll see.
Plus,
I'm still.
Keenan Allen still,
I'll
has-
still take Eckler, but
They're gonna try and get dudes like Johnson in space, and then like it's. I mean, I don't even know who else to say because he's the only athletic person on that team. But
he's about to eat.
Oh,
That
Quentin
Quinn Johnston
Johnson.
kid.
yeah, he's supposed to.
Maybe not necessarily just this year, but like I like his future with.
That's
the
crazy
Chargers.
because we both didn't like
I
him
know,
coming out
dude,
of
I really
college.
I didn't like the player.
But the way they've been using him, and it's just camp. But the way they've been using him, they've been like hitting him on those underneaths, and it's like that's what I said. Like the only place I wanted him was like a place like the Chargers, where it's like you just get him the ball and just let him fucking run.
And Mike Williams or Allen will be hurt. They're gonna be gone soon.
Yeah.
Like it sets up nicely. For
That
him.
hurts him, I think. Quentin Johnson gets hurt. Like he needs those guys on the outside to like take.
I think
some,
he can develop into a star receiver though.
Yeah, he could. I mean, he could. He's got all the physical talent. He just
But,
needs to
yeah.
stop dropping the ball. All right.
I ended at McLaurin, so I'll let you guys.
I had
finish it.
Smith at 22. You had McLaurin at 22.
Oh no, we were at 22. I thought that was 22 was Watson, Christian Watson.
Okay, and you had who at 22?
Najiba.
JSN. So at 23 I have Christian Kirk.
I have London. And you had Addison, I think, on one of them.
I had him earlier.
Oh, okay.
Addison I really do like too, especially like where he's going.
Yeah, him and JSN.
There's so many targets that need to be.
Those
like,
are two of my. I mean, well, Addison's a guy I loved in college, so I still love him. But JSN is earning my love now, like going to Seattle and all the things I'm reading. I think he's about to be crazy.
It's just like, is he gonna beat Lockett and
I think
Metcalf
so.
for targets?
Well, he probably won't beat Metcalf, but I don't see why he can't beat Lockett. Lockett's getting old.
He's only like 28, 29.
Really?
Yeah.
He
remember?
feels old, don't
Remember
he?
we had this.
I
yeah,
always
I know.
tell you he's old, but he's not. Yeah. Every time next week, bring
He
this
does
up. I bet
feel
you I
old.
say that shit.
He
He's
does.
Old. He looks old. I don't know. He's old to me. Remember Doug Baldwin got old fast too. I don't know. Them
Yeah.
dudes just die out.
My
That's
next
funny.
pick is like a super sleeper.
Let's hear it.
Brandon Cooks.
No, that's I don't mind that at all.
He's not in my top 30, but he would. Like I can
It's just
easily
like
see
how
him beating.
can he be though? Because
Yeah.
he does so well, like how McLaurin does.
Yeah, now he's in a good offense. Like,
Yeah.
why can't he crush?
Well, yeah, why can't he?
I'm just worried McCarthy's calling plays again. Like
He'll be fired by the 6th game, so it doesn't.
honestly, I honestly probably should fade Lamb down like 3 spots because
Harry be
McCarthy's
the first one to sign the petition.
I think he'll be all right. His problem really isn't necessarily his play calling as much as his game management. He's a good offensive-minded coach. He just makes horrible decisions when the games are on the line. That's really what it is.
Yeah, I get that. And they were like top 5 in yards. They've been like top 5 in yards or something for like 3 straight seasons or something. Like the yards are gonna be there.
Yeah, Dallas is good.
The only threat to Cooks not being like a legit like flex guy for you would be Gallup being way better.
And he just hasn't been able to show us anything really.
Well, he's not.
has these
This is his
moments.
2 years. This like the 2-year rule of the ACL. Like this,
Yeah.
he should be back now.
He'll have these crazy like sideline catches, or like he'll have fun catches, but he don't consistently show up. And Schultz is gone now. Like we'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of targets that
Yeah.
go around. I mean, at 23. No, I just did Kirk, so I'm at 24. Hopkins now.
That was McLaurin for me.
Did we do more yet? Because I'm freestyling this.
DJ Moore?
DJ Moore.
No.
DJ Moore.
I like that. I have
Yeah.
DJ Moore.
I just think he's going to get so much garbage time, and it's just going to be Mooney's there. He's going to be healthy, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that 1-2 punch is a little bit crazy to me.
That's a good they got a good receiving core. If Claypool could do anything, and then who's the
Yeah.
other one?
It's Mooney, DJ
Mooney,
Moore,
Claypool, Komet,
Komet. Yeah, I mean they got a nice. They
and
got
then their running backs are.
Herbert,
Foreman,
Deontay Foreman,
and
and
they,
Rashawn
Rashawn
Johnson just got
Johnson.
hurt today, but they don't know how serious it
I
is.
got Foreman, so it's okay.
And then I'm going with Mike Evans at 25.
Yeah, I don't think I want any parts of Mike Evans, but
Yeah, I'm
he
good.
does consistently eat. So
And he's going late. It's not like you have to.
No, you're getting good value.
It's
on
the
him.
1 year that you would say, like, you
Yeah.
have to kind of back off on him.
Yeah, he's only getting older now, and the Bucks are only getting worse.
People try
We'll
to
see.
pass off on him when Tom Brady went over there, and then they're like, never mind, we're coming back with
Yeah,
Mike
he
Evans.
crushed with it. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe how good he was with Brady.
To me, Mike Evans is like Larry Fitzgerald. That like could not get under 1,000 yards every year. They were like he's old and slow, and every
Yeah.
year, dude, I used to get Larry Fitzgerald for 3 straight years. I got him at like after the 5th round because
Yeah.
everyone was like he's old and slow, and
And you just
every
expect it to finally catch up
Yeah.
to these guys, and it doesn't. Somehow, some of them are just machines.
every year he killed for me. Like
Yeah,
I'm
Fitzgerald's
gonna
good.
draft if Mike Evans is falling that late, I'm gonna draft him, and if he sucks, then fuck it. It was a risk worth taking.
I did that last year with Michael Thomas, and it.
Oh well, yeah. Thomas had the injuries though. I did too. I got caught up in that too. But the thing is Evans and Fitzgerald never were hurt. It's
Yeah.
just like their situation sucks.
Yeah.
But they're that good. I mean, until he doesn't have 1,000 yards.
Do you think Evans is just beating Watson?
Yeah, I'm taking Christian
Yeah.
Watson next.
I'm surprised. But you had Devonta Smith at 22, so
It's hard.
yeah. My thing, like me, because me and Don were talking about the other day, it's like, okay, Watson was a rookie last year. He had injuries. He missed time. When he played, he put up the second best fantasy numbers behind Jefferson of all receivers through whatever the stretch was, like 7 or 8 games. Now he doesn't have Rodgers, so of course now you knock him down. But like when Love came into that Eagles game, immediately ate with Watson.
Yeah.
He's going to be working with Watson all year. Even if the Packers suck, that could help Watson's fantasy value a little bit if they're playing from behind.
Honestly, I would like for Watson to be up there. I have him in Donnie's dynasty. I have every good wide receiver.
This year, what would Love finish as in QB ratings?
For fantasy?
Yeah, for like top 10, top 20.
No, I mean, if it goes how I think LaFleur could finally run his offense with Rodgers not changing plays and just like being a prick,
doing audibles.
we're going to run the shit out of Jones and Dillon.
That's
a
it,
lot
that's
of
why I have
checking down,
Watson
a lot of
Long.
screens, which I get that. So I don't like Love for fantasy. He's not going to run a lot. I would say he'll be like top 20. But I still think if he just manages the game well, Green Bay can still compete for the division.
My thing with
So a winning
Watson
season?
is
a winning season.
Yeah, I would think so.
my thing with Watson is drop down from Rodgers to Love.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not as big of an effect for me as it is for most people because Rodgers wasn't completely healthy last year.
Rodgers
anyway.
didn't even care about the team.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Yeah.
working with these guys. Like the way Rodgers is working for the Jets,
yeah,
it's like that
takes $35 million
he's
pay cut
here.
that we
Like,
forgot
he's,
to talk
he's,
about.
he's talking, telling Sean Payton to shut his mouth and
So
shit.
excuse
like,
me, because I know Rodgers took a lot with him. What is your receiver core now? You got Watson.
Watson, Dobbs, and we
Dobbs, they just
drafted
drafted
Jaden
Reed.
Reed. That Torrey dude, he actually scored in the Buffalo game. I don't know what he's going to do. And then we drafted 2 tight ends that are supposed to be good, Musgrave and Kraft. And then obviously Jones
starter
and
right
Dillon.
now?
Our starting tight end
Yeah.
is the Musgrave dude. I guess he's been by far the
What
standout
happened
at
to the
camp.
last one?
Josiah or whatever.
No, Tunyon.
No,
Tunyon.
Tunyon.
Oh,
went to,
Tunyon's on the Bears.
Bears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he went to the
Bears.
Rivals. He's like, fuck these guys.
Oh, so that's sweet. That's another good 1-2 punch. Tunyon and Komet would be like sick.
Yeah, Tunyon's got to do better, though. After that ACL injury, he was real bad last year. He was real slow and couldn't get open and shit. So,
Yeah, just with the Watson thing, it was like the thing that we thought was going to happen last year is probably most definitely going to happen this year. Like we thought they were going to dink and dunk to Jones and Dillon, and I don't know. I think Jones has faded way too fucking much.
I do too.
I think Dobbs had his moments last year where he looked good. If they like Jaden Reed, like
Yeah. I mean, that's what I think about our receiving core.
how many
It's
times
like,
a game do you think they're gonna pass with Jordan Love? Like maybe 25 times.
Yeah, it depends. Like if their defense is playing well, we're running the ball well. It's just game script. But going back to last year, it's like Watson and Dobbs both had injuries. And Watson started off in camp with injuries. Dobbs came out the gate hot. But they both battled injuries all year. When they were healthy, they made plays. Now they're coming into year 2.
What happened with Watson? He played the first game, got a hamstring.
He was
or
hurt
something,
during camp, played the first game,
got
then
hurt
got
again,
hurt
and then missed like 4 or 5
then
games.
came back, got hurt again, and then
Yeah.
finally week 10 was healthy, and just crushed from week 10 on. He was like literally the number 2 receiver in the league. So now you give him a full year. He's been healthy. Romeo Dobbs is healthy. You draft Reed, who apparently I personally think might be better than Dobbs, but we'll see.
I could see it.
I don't know. I mean, it's funny because they were showing the amount of money each team has on a receiving room. In Green Bay's last, we spent $5 million on our receiving room right now.
Hey, because you got what? Watson was second round, right?
Yeah.
What was
Second
Dobbs
round.
was 4th.
Yeah.
Reed was 4th,
Reed,
3rd or 4th.
Reed's second or third.
And then
third,
who
I
else do you even have?
That Torrey dude who's like undrafted. Oh, then we drafted that kid from Virginia too. I haven't heard much about him, but he was like 5th round.
Oh,
So we'll see.
Who's
all
your
right.
next pick?
26 for me is DJ Moore.
I don't have one, but yeah, I mean sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen,
I'll take
DJ
Chris
Moore.
Godwin.
All right, so you guys stopped at 24.
No, he's still going.
You still want to? I was just gonna name the rest of mine, and then we could talk about them.
Yeah, just go ahead.
So 27, I have Hollywood Brown. 28, I have Jahan Dotson. 29, I have Pickens, and 30, I have Mike Williams.
I think Hollywood Brown's a really good sleeper pick this year. I
Yeah,
think
he's the number 1 now.
I think yeah. And when he was number 1, he did
he was
well.
crushing.
He
Yeah,
did well,
and they're
so-
saying Murray's like ahead of schedule. I think,
Yeah, which pisses me off.
and he probably hears the rumors about Caleb Williams and shit. Like he's gonna play for his job.
Yeah, I don't know if he. Why do you want that job? Why do you want that? Like, it's like they just hired a defensive-minded head coach. They got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. Zach Ertz is getting old. James Conner's getting old. Your offensive line blows. Like, why? If to me, I'm like, if I don't play this whole year and they get the number 1 pick and they get Caleb Williams, they're gonna trade me to someone who wants to win. I don't know.
Yeah, but somebody who wants you to take a pay cut, maybe. Like there's other things that factor into it. He might like living out there. Arizona's got to.
I guess they have a shit ton of picks, so they could easily turn this around in a year or two. But to me, like, also, if you want your team to be better, why are you gonna play? Because even with Kyler starting on that team, they have no chance
their
at
team's
winning
bad.
anything. So you would want them to be like, hey, get the first pick, trade it to someone. I'll play for you next year, and at least maybe they'll get 3 more first-round picks for it, and they could build it. I don't know. I don't see the point in Kyler Murray playing football this year.
No, I mean
It was like when
You want him to
Melo.
sit out and just get healthy.
He's going to get paid regardless. It was an ACL injury, which usually takes 2
Yeah,
years to
but
come
there's
back from
probably
anyway.
Something in his contract where he probably plays a certain amount of games to where, he's going to get paid. So if he sits out, he might not get paid like that.
He's guaranteed at least 40-some million this year. So I don't.
So because you own him in fantasy, so you personally want him to say.
I want him to play as a fantasy owner, but just for out of just pure, like, what is the reason? Like when I know this is basketball, but the Knicks had no chance at winning anything. Melo was hurt, couldn't come back until the middle of the season. So they're like, "Fuck it, why are you gonna play? You're gonna play all these minutes. You're gonna hurt. You're older already. Like, why are you gonna do this to yourself when we have no chance of making the playoffs anyway?" The Cardinals can't do anything, and it's not his fault. They ruined the relationship with Hopkins. So now instead of having a 1-2 punch of Hopkins and Hollywood Brown, you literally have Hollywood Brown and who?
Yeah,
Rondell Moore,
Moore
who's
hasn't
done
showed
nothing.
anything, yeah.
Dortch, who's had 5 good games in his career.
got
Zach
Christian
Ertz,
Kirk.
who's coming off an injury.
He's in Jacksonville.
He's in Jacksonville.
Who's in Jacksonville?
Zach Ertz, who's coming off an injury and is older. James
Bryant
Conner.
looked like he
Your
could be
offensive
good.
line's garbage. Your defense, probably all the people other than Budda Baker, none of those guys are even going to be in the NFL probably in 4 years. Like,
Do they still got Isaiah Simmons?
I don't know if they. I know he wanted a trade. I don't know if they ever traded him. So Isaiah Simmons is decent too if
Yeah.
he's still there. No, he's still on the Cardinals. But him and Baker at one point in this offseason both requested a trade.
Yeah, they don't want to be there. They're wasting their fucking time.
They gave Baker more money, so he's gonna
Who
stay.
they
but
draft? That Paris Campbell dude or Paris Johnson or whatever his name is.
Pierce
Offensive
Johnson, the
lineman, yeah.
tackle, which is good. It's a good pick.
No, hell yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, they're doing the right things now, but it's only in the rear view mirror of doing nothing but wrong things. Since Murray's gotten there, they gave him Hopkins and Brown, but like they make terrible picks.
They had horrible coaching too. So
Horrible
we'll see if they
coaching.
improve that at all.
But they hired a defensive minded head coach,
No, I know.
so it's like I don't see why Kyler Murray goes there. But back to the wide receivers, Hollywood was eating before Kyler, or without
Before
Kyler
Hopkins
too,
playing.
before Hopkins, and then
Yeah.
when he had
Yeah.
So
I would love to take him a lot lower, but
you can get him for a pretty good deal. Like best ball, I think he was going in like the 7th round or
Yeah,
something
I'll
like
definitely
that.
take him all day.
Because I mean, he has to get 12, 13 targets a game.
It has to.
They're gonna be playing from behind every game. They
That's
can't
what they were
run.
doing
They
with
can't. They're not
Hopkins.
gonna be able to run.
That's what I was betting Hopkins like over 7.5 catches for like crazy money. Like they're like, oh, you got to put 200 to win 100, and you were still doing it and you're getting it. So it's like, why wouldn't he take that role?
That's gonna be the biggest what if, dude. You gave Kyler Murray a true number one. Finally, you gave fucking Hopkins a good quarterback for like only other good quarterback other than Watson that he's played with, and they were just eating. Like they were on pace for Hopkins to have like 1,500 yards before Kyler got hurt. I mean, that would be on a 17-game
Yeah, I
schedule
know
because
what
he
you
got
meant.
suspended for 6
Yeah.
games. But like, and now, fuck it, it's just gone. Like the Cardinals have had the worst 2 years maybe in the history of
They
the
were from a
sport.
team that was like that made the
They were the
playoffs.
one
It looks like
seed.
they were gonna.
They were gonna be the 1 seed.
Yeah, they ended up losing the wild card.
Yeah, they ended up like someone got Murray was hurt for a little bit, or I forgot. There's like 2 years. They get some injuries. They go to the playoffs. They're finally healthy. Get knocked out in the wild card. Fucking Hopkins gets suspended. Blah blah blah. Kyler fucking tears his knee, and now they're the worst team in the league
Yeah, it was wild.
in 2 years.
I guess I don't know if it's because I follow Aaron on Twitter, but like Steelers shit comes up on my feed a lot. Pickens has been bodying their whole defense.
I know that's why I have Pickens. I have Pickens right behind. I have Pickens behind Dotson because I really do like Dotson, and Dotson also was eating he was way better when Carson Wentz was on the field. But he's the type of guy who can get open underneath all the time, and if Sam Howell is bad, he's just going to be trying to hit him, like how Deontay Johnson was eating with Ben Roethlisberger.
Right.
Just, but Pickens is my guy, so
Yeah.
I hope he beats.
Is he the clear number one over there, or is it still Johnson?
I don't think it's like a clear number one. I mean, they have Freiermuth, they have Deontay, they have Allen Robinson isn't anything, but
No.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah, I mean
he sucks
Deontay might
for-
be the guy like target wise, but I think like big play wise, it's definitely Pickens now.
yeah. Like I feel like Pickens will be like 80 catches, but his average per catch is gonna be way higher. And Johnson might have 110 catches, but he's averaging like 5 yards a catch.
Right. Demond and Aaron argue about Deontay Johnson like every day in our group. It's fucking hilarious.
Why?
Demond can't stand Deontay Johnson, and Aaron loves him.
Why doesn't he like him? I mean, he does his role. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's obviously- he's
I don't
definitely not
know
the
exact
problem.
reason. Like I
He
would have
probably
to go
doesn't
back and
like him
look.
as a clear number one.
Maybe it's just that people think Deontay's so good, and it's like he averages like 7 yards a catch or something. I don't know.
that's his role. He's great at his fucking role. But he's not the problem with the Steelers. I promise
No,
that.
no,
Like,
I don't think Demond thinks that either. He just probably rather have a different receiver than him or something. I don't know.
What number are we on right now?
so I just said my top 30.
Did any of us have a Kansas City wide receiver there?
Nope.
Isn't it crazy that they just still keep winning?
Yeah, it's
Because
nuts.
Kelsey's gonna get 20 targets a game, and then everyone else is gonna have like 3. And then like Sky Moore will have a game where he gets 10 targets, and then the next game he'll get none. And then if Tony's healthy, he'll have 197 yards, and the next week he'll have 13. And then that's just how they play.
It just shows how good not only like that Mahomes is that good, but Andy Reid is that good. Well, we got to see how they do with the new offensive coordinator now too. But who they got, Nagy,
I don't know.
I believe.
I-
He was there before he went to Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
And they were fine. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. They
I
just
s-
make it work. I don't know.
I read that Kelsey already punched 2 people in the face.
Yeah.
in practice.
Then he said he's gonna be a better teammate and a better leader or some shit after. But yeah, I mean, it just shows how good Kelsey is, how good Mahomes is, and they have a great O line. We'll see. I like that Raji Rice kid or whatever his name is though.
Yeah,
They drafted.
I'm just not drafting any receivers for
No, I mean, I'm not
Who's your
saying that,
favorite rookie receiver coming into this year?
fantasy wise.
Fantasy-wise.
I really like Mingo, but he's not my favorite. Addison,
Mingo a lot, too.
Addison's my favorite just because the thing with JSN, I think JSN they are very tight for me, just player wise, not fantasy. Addison, I gave the nod a little bit. Plus, he went to a better situation. Like they're gonna throw the ball more than the Seahawks do. Addison right now, I guess Hawkinson's the number 2, but like
And
wide
Osborne.
huh?
Technically Osborne, but yeah. I don't
Addison,
see it.
Addison will get targeted more than Osborne, 100%.
Yeah,
They're gonna throw the ball 40 times a game because they just got
Addison's
rid
my
of
favorite.
they got rid of Zadarius Smith, and now they I think they came to a deal with Danielle Hunter, but like he wanted
Their
to trade
defense
at some
stinks,
point.
though,
Yeah, their
they're
defense
going to be in
isn't
a lot of
good.
high-scoring games. I mean, I'm torn between Smith and Addison. I liked Addison more in college, so I'd probably say him. But I don't know.
I just think
The fact that JSN didn't play like at all last year in college and still was drafted where he was shows like how talented he is. It's like when it was Chase.
Yeah.
Chase sat out a whole year, just got drafted 5th overall. It's like they just know that these motherfuckers are that good. So yeah, give me either one. I think they're way ahead though. It's like JSN, Addison, and then you could start picking out I heard Flowers has been tearing it up.
Yeah, I don't know
I
if they're
think
that far
Flowers
ahead.
will tear it up. He's on the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
As soon as Odell goes down, I think then he'll tear it up. He's gonna have a late start.
Yeah,
I
said
think-
right now he was like the best receiver in camp.
Yeah, Bateman's already his foot's already like needing cortisone and
Yeah,
shit.
I won't touch him.
The thing
I love that guy, but
Yeah.
I can easily see
I
Quentin
had
Johnson
him.
beating
every single injured player
Yeah.
on NFL last year.
JSN too, though. Like I just the situation with JSN is just not that friendly. Like he has 2 legit receivers ahead of him. He's on a team that loves to run the ball with 2 legit running backs. They have a good defense, so they're not going to be throwing nearly as much as.
Yeah, but you got to still credit JSN's talent though. Like
I do.
he
Yeah,
could
I
just
know.
be
Yeah,
better than Lockett and Metcalf.
he could.
Definitely Lockett.
Yeah, he's probably better than Lockett.
But like you said, he is a
hate on
rookie. They might
Lockett,
not trust him.
man.
It's
I'm
not that
not
I hate
hating
him. I
on
just think
Lockett.
he's capped at what he can do.
Yeah.
I don't think JSN's capped at all. I think he can do like everything on the field that any receiver.
He doesn't
can
have the speed that Lockett has, though. Like he'll never be the downfield threat that Lockett was. Like
do. Is that faster than Lockett?
I don't think so.
I thought JSN was fast as hell.
Didn't he
I'm
run
about
like
to-
a
I'm about to Google
4.6?
Who you looking
Or
at?
am I thinking Addison?
You go. You
ran
can look
bad?
then.
I'll do Lockett.
You do Lockett, I'll do JSN.
What I just put in there 40 time.
I guess, yeah.
I can't open Safari. It says.
But I could easily see Quentin Johnson too. Like
I
if Williams and Allen on the outside, if they get Quentin Johnson in space.
4.46 was JSN.
Oh, I must be thinking of Addison then. Maybe Addison ran slow.
Addison's like a footwork, like route running machine.
Yeah, maybe that's who I'm thinking of then. I know one of them ran really slow.
4.40. It's the same
So that
shit.
yeah, well, 0.6 is pretty big, but
Who was it? Who was faster, Lockett?
by
Lockett's
this
faster.
point,
But that was
4.4.
also probably his
10
rookie
years ago.
time too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Probably
true.
10 years
yeah,
ago.
the motherfucker's old.
He's
But
very
but
good.
honestly,
Now,
40 isn't the only thing because what's
No,
it
I
called?
know. There's a lot of things that go into
What's
it.
it called? One of the rookie receivers ran a faster 40 than Tyreek. But
Yeah.
like we know, no one on the field's faster.
Like
than Tyreek.
Judy's not super fast, but his footwork and the way he moves, like Ridley, that video of Ridley,
Yeah.
that shit's different. Like there's a
game
different
speed's
type of
just
speed.
way
yeah.
different. Yeah, a lot of these guys like John Ross runs a 4.2,
This isn't
but he
what-
has to run
yeah.
a straight line. Tyreek can stop running and then get back up to a 4.3
Yeah.
and like that.
Tyreek picked
Yeah,
up a
but this
fumble
is-
and ran around the
Yeah.
fucking whole team.
That's without pads on too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a whole
If
different
you guys ever
story.
play football
Yeah.
with the pads on, oh my god, it's such a
Yeah,
huge
completely
difference.
different.
You're carrying all that weight, it's gonna slow you down.
Like Addison's not the fastest guy, but his footwork and route running ability and shit, like it
Is
just.
that you didn't answer the question? Who's your number one?
I don't know. I really, if I had to pick one, are we talking about this year?
This year only.
Man, I don't fucking. I would. I guess. Yeah. I guess you guys got good points on Addison with just a probably better team quarterback.
Let's
offense.
do a quick top
Let
5
me ask you something real
rookies
quick,
right
though.
now.
Totally off subject. The year I won Aaron's league, didn't I have Jefferson, Chase, and Burrow on the same team?
Chase wasn't in the league. You had Jefferson.
You had Jefferson as a rookie.
You had Ayuk.
I
And he crushed, yeah.
Chase. Okay.
Yeah, you hit on all the rookies.
Yeah, I like to take the rookies because you get them.
You give them at a good price, and then if they eat immediately, yeah, absolutely.
And
I'll never forgive myself
is
for
this
that
a picture
year.
of Dylan here?
Yeah,
I should put it in the camera and say I finessed him for Addison, because
yeah. We were just talking about that. It was his birthday dinner a couple days ago.
What'd you say?
And he brought it up. He's like, I don't know why I did that. I was like, yeah, dude, you gave up a first round pick for a running back who has injury problems. You could have got. He said, I didn't know Addison was gonna fall. If I was like, bro, you were gonna get.
Dude, I almost got Kincaid or Addison.
You
I
were
was
gonna
blessed
get.
regardless.
You were gonna get either Addison, Quentin Johnson, JSN. Like one of those dudes was gonna fall to 5.
I literally had the choice of Kincaid and Addison, but obviously I would take Addison. But
Yeah, I would too.
All right,
they're
so real
saying
quick.
that Kincaid's killing. Though.
Yeah,
No, I
this-
think Kincaid's gonna be good. I
He
just
might be the
think,
first rookie to actually eat for the Bills. Our rookies never do anything.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, Josh Allen obviously did because he had to play, but
nothing.
he did. Like, he had the jump over the guy and
What does that do?
he had
He hurled the
he
guy.
made
I
a lot.
love that. Cool, but that's not.
He didn't win
nothing
any
that's-
games, but he
yeah.
made plays. Like he got to play.
Yeah.
And, like it's not like James Cook who got like averaged 4 carries a game. That's
Did
what
you
I'm
see
saying.
That play with James Cook in practice.
James Cook is fucking nice.
He is
Yeah, I'm
Moss.
excited for
He
Cook this year.
he Moss Micah Hyde.
He's
I'm
nice.
big on Cook this year.
40-yard
I just
dime.
don't think he'll ever have more than 15 carries. Like, and Josh Allen doesn't target running backs.
He did on that play Dom showed.
Yeah, that's true.
40-yard
Funny.
dime.
He needs
on
like
Micah
10
Hyde.
carries.
Even
and 5
Micah Hyde
catches
was
a
like, yo,
game.
what?
Yeah, but I mean, where he gets drafted, if you got to put him in your RB2 spot, I think you'll be fine if you're loaded everywhere else.
Yeah. So real quick, let's do like a top 5
So wait,
rookie receivers
Do you
for
think,
this year.
Do you think that James Cook is the number 1 over Damian Harris and Latavius Murray?
Yeah, but it's
personally.
like it's situational. That's
But
why we
lose
have
goal
3
line touchdowns
yeah.
and short yardage situations to those
Who's
guys.
the goal line
That's
guy?
why
You
we
think
have
Harris
3
or
dudes.
Murray?
I
Harris.
don't know.
Harris
It's
had
tough,
like
man.
14 touchdowns.
Yeah,
like,
but
a couple
Murray's
years
really
ago.
good in the
Yeah,
goal
but
line too.
Murray's
It's
that dude.
either or you're
He's
probably
like
good
6'7", like 500 pounds. Like he's a beast.
Yeah, either way, the goal line situation's solid over there. But what'd you say? Top 5 rookie receivers?
Just for this year, not for Dynasty.
I mean, still Addison, JSN.
So I'm gonna go Addison, JSN, but not by as big of a margin as you think. I think Quentin Johnson, if used the right way,
Yeah, that's
can
fair.
really.
You don't know.
I was
and he-
talking when I said it's not even close was more of Dynasty.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this year, who knows
yeah.
what's gonna happen? If Flowers is just used the most, then he can be number 1 for all we know.
And then Mingo, I think, is in a great situation because who's ahead of him?
Yeah,
A bunch
so-
of dudes who are
What
like
team is he on? I
he
don't
went
know.
to
Carolina.
Carolina. So the thing is are they gonna throw the ball a lot? But at the
Who the
same time,
fuck? Who's
Thielen
the
old as
quarterback?
fuck.
Bryce Young.
Oh yeah. So then there's.
Well, yeah, he comes in as a rookie with
Oh
Bryce
my
Young.
God.
Thielen's old. Chark only runs one route. Hayden Hurst, I guess, is a threat for targets, but Mingo has the clearest cut for wide receiver 1 targets on his
Yeah,
team.
he does. I think Marvin Mims with Tim Patrick down, and if Sutton
Love
continues
Mims.
to suck,
Yeah.
like
He
if
was
he
my
falls
5.
down, man,
Yeah.
Marvin Mims is gonna kill. But yeah, I don't know. Flowers, Quentin Johnston, JSN, Addison, and Mingo would probably be for me.
I
What
have
is it?
Mims
What
above
is yours?
Flowers.
Top 5 rookies.
It's number 1 is what?
I'd probably say Addison, JSN, Johnston, Flowers, and Mingo.
I have Mims over. If like if you said like if Sutton doesn't do good,
Yeah,
I have Mims everywhere. But
no, he's a beast.
I'll do Addison, JSN, Johnson.
and then
Yeah, probably Flowers. I don't know.
Flowers
I don't really
has
know
a
everyone
chance.
too much from college.
Yeah, I really want to talk about why the fuck. This is super random. I just don't get why Juju is being faded so fucking hard. People hate.
I'll tell
him.
you why he sucks.
He doesn't suck
He
though.
fucking sucks.
For where he's getting picked, people are trying to say that Devontae Parker is going to be ahead of him in the depth chart based on
Yeah,
what?
I don't see
The
that.
1 year that he had 4 years ago. So who is Mac Jones throwing the ball to?
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't got to tell me.
Thornton?
I like Juju a lot for
He's getting-
those best
Thornton?
balls.
Yeah.
He's on a lot of my teams. He's like my 5th or
Thornton?
6th receiver.
But
not
Thornton's
a-
going to be the
yeah,
deep
he's
ball
yeah,
guy.
Thornton's a guy who's going to catch 2-3 balls a game for like
80 yards.
Yeah, something crazy.
So what's the team over there? Thornton.
Literally Thornton,
Parker.
Devontae Parker, Juju.
And then the 2 tight ends, they got Gesicki now and Hunter Henry.
Unless you believe that they're just going to feed
And they got
the
rid of
tight
the better.
ends.
They got rid of the better tight end. It was what's his name?
Janu. He
Receiving
stunk
wise,
last year though.
He
Yeah.
stunk last year with that.
Where'd he go to, Atlanta?
But before that, he
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah.
The thing, and he went back to Arthur Smith. But the thing, unless they throw the ball to the Gesicki and Hunter Henry every fucking play, Juju is
He
the best
should
receiver
drop,
over
though.
there.
He should drop though. 'Cause ever since Brady left, they're a super running team.
I get that, but he was
But like Jacoby Meyer still put up numbers.
And where'd he go?
He went to Vegas.
Vegas.
So I don't know how he'll do there. But
I'm not saying you don't want Juju as your wide receiver too, but I'm just saying as a bench receiver, you're getting this dude in like the 12th
yeah, you
round.
got a couple injuries and a couple bye weeks or something. You put Juju in, I'd feel fine with that.
I'd put him in for a bye week and just
Yeah.
roll the dice. But
He should still get you 10 points. There's no reason he can't grab 5 for 50.
Yo, they have Bill O'Brien now. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be nearly
So
as
it's
bad
a
as it
real
was last
coordinator,
year.
yeah.
I hate Mac Jones, but he's not gonna be as bad as he was last year.
Yeah,
He's the
but Juju-
28th best quarterback in the league last year. That's not
Juju
gonna happen.
has to go against the Jets defense. You gotta go.
That's
against
true.
Bills
The
defense.
matchups are
They gotta
the
go
matchups.
against- They got to go against Miami's defense.
They
Yeah, but when
play
they get garbage,
Pittsburgh.
if they are losing those games like we think, Sauce ain't gonna just follow Juju and carry.
No,
him.
yeah,
You
they
know
don't
what I mean?
care
So
enough
you-
and
about
Ramsey
him.
will be back this year.
You gotta hope on the garbage time as well. If the Patriots are in these dogfights, then Juju kind of would be kind of ass for me.
Yeah.
If it's like 17-16 and like Sauce is following him around, but
Let me pull up his ADP. I just want to the
So
wide
that's
receivers
just
going
6
around
tough
him.
games. I want to go look at their schedule real quick.
They
to
have
be
a
honest
really
with you.
tough schedule. We talked about it. ADP.
So
Let's
that-
go.
But they're
And it
tough
doesn't even
schedule.
make sense because the Patriots haven't been nothing for like the last 3 years, right?
Well, it's because the AFC East plays whatever division you guys play. You guys all play the same people.
So in PPR, he's the 45th wide receiver.
So like first game
be drafted.
against the Eagles, you expect Juju to kill?
I don't
Yeah, I don't
expect
see
him to
why
ever.
not.
I don't expect him to ever kill.
Yeah, I don't see why he can't get 5 for
Yeah.
50, 6 for 60.
Just
against the
a guy to
Eagles.
have
Then the
on your
Dolphins, then the
bench.
Jets, then the Cowboys, then the Saints.
The Saints don't care. I don't care about them.
Raiders don't probably have a good D. They got to go against the Bills.
Raiders
And
are
they got to go against the
trash.
Dolphins. Commanders, they'll kill. Colts, we'll see what their defense is looking like. Giants, they'll probably kill. Chargers, they'll probably do
I just don't see
decent.
why even in garbage time he can't grab
Steelers.
5 for 50.
He's going to have like
10, 11 points a game, I think,
Yeah,
is fine for
I
a bench
mean-
guy. I mean, who's ahead of him?
Honestly, now that I'm looking at the list, even though 45 sounds really low, it's just the fact that there's so many good receivers.
So he's like, you think he's
So
properly rated?
yeah, I mean, Quentin Johnson going ahead of him, like Michael Thomas going ahead of him, Cortland Sutton going ahead of him, Gabe Davis. Those
Yeah,
are
I
like the
like all
closest
those.
dudes. So yeah, I guess he's not being faded as much as I kind of thought. I just saw 46 and thought that was a high number, but like.
But he's a guy, if you did go running back early or something like that,
Yeah.
and you needed to force in a receiver, I don't hate Juju at all.
He's clearly above everyone behind him for me, other than Elijah Moore's right after him. I could see Elijah Moore being better. But then
Yeah,
you
I
got
can see
Odell.
that.
You have Jameson Williams, who's
He's
missing
having
6
problems.
weeks.
Yeah.
Rashad Bateman, Alan Lazard, Adam Thielen, Rondell
Yeah.
Moore, Jacoby Myers, Tyler Boyd, Sky Moore. And I also think Darnell
but
Mooney's
I'll
getting
put Jacoby
faded
Myers
for
over him.
ridiculous.
I'll put Myers over him.
Not in that.
I just don't like where Myers went.
Yeah, if he went anywhere else, I think Myers is a better player. I just
Why
don't.
not?
Why would he sign with Vegas?
Why not though?
Because
He's gonna be a number 2 there, right?
yeah, behind the like.
I love number
But
2s.
Adams,
It's
I
tough when it's
normally
Adams, though,
yeah,
because
I
he's just gonna
normally
get
do.
So many. I like number 2 when it's like Mooney and DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
Mooney
love
can
Mooney.
crush, but it's
And
like
he's like 53 right now.
You got Adams and
That's
Jacobs.
why I put him lower.
Adams and Jacobs are getting fucking. They're gonna get the ball like 70% of
Yeah.
their plays.
I don't know. Jacobs kind of on that strike.
Well, yeah, if he don't play, that shit all changes. I'm just
Yeah.
talking as if we knew.
But
Yeah,
even
Jacobs
so,
don't
even on
play.
even on the plays that they don't target Devontae Adams, now you got Hunter Renfrow too there. Like it's just I don't
Yeah,
know how
but
many
he was
targets he could
nothing last year.
realistically
He
can
stunk.
get.
Renfro
he did
was like
stink last year.
Renfro
but
was like a top 10 best dude ever, and
Yeah,
then
then
now
he
he's
stunk
like
last year. It was
top
crazy.
100. It was weird. He was Cooper Kupp.
my favorite late round targets though are definitely like Darnell Mooney, Juju. Like, Darnell had 1,000 yards 2 years ago,
I got a
and last year
Hollywood
they didn't throw the ball
Brown,
at all. So now people.
Mooney.
Hollywood's
Schultz.
way ahead of them guys.
No, I'm
though.
just saying though, like all my sleeper picks this year is I just expect him to go off.
And I
Mooney
love
should be
Schultz is
good.
love Alec Pierce if
Schultz.
Richardson can figure out how to throw the ball too, but I don't know if he's gonna
I
be
shouldn't
able
even
to.
be giving that Schultz information out, but
No
I'm
one
sure
wants to
everybody
listen.
knows it though. I mean, rookie quarterback team that's going to be trailing, not a lot of good receivers. It's just Schultz should crush.
No one listens though.
that's why they won't give
Yeah,
him to
fuck
me.
him.
Fuck him.
Yeah,
He'll be my tight end too in every league.
yeah,
I
for
got him.
real. And if I have to start him as my number 1 because I did something else,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I don't
That's-
give a
I'm
shit.
fine
What
with
round
it.
is he going off in?
Late. He's going pretty late.
That's just wild.
I think he's like the 6th. Let me look up tight end ADPs real quick.
He ain't too late though, is he?
It's not like the last round, but
No, it's got to be like the 10th.
God, I love that.
so
That's so
right now
amazing.
he's the 12th tight end going off the board. So he's technically at a tight end 1,
Yeah,
but he's going at pick 120.
so that's the
12 end of the
There's a lot of cramp and shit.
beginning of the 12. How does it? 1, 2, 3, whatever. I don't fucking know. I can't do math. It's like 11th, 12th
Yeah.
round.
That's still my guy though.
But like the guy, you love the guy from Tennessee. I just don't. I'm not. He's
I
gonna
did
be-
well. I mean, I just thought he was going to be like their best player. Now they got Hopkins, but he crushed last year. To go look at some of his games,
Kincaid's the 13 right now. He's
Yeah, I
the
like
number 1 tight end too.
that's crazy. So
As he
you think
should be,
Knox is
though.
just
I was showing him
Worthless?
stats yesterday. Kincaid
It's-
only dropped 2 balls in all of college.
And they're saying
That's
he's
amazing.
mossing people in.
Yeah,
in
he's
camp.
got that. He's got like those hands. Like it's just that's all. Give Gabe Davis that. You know what I mean? Like he'll be
Dawson
amazing
Knox is
too.
24.
He'd be a clear number 1, Gabe Davis.
If,
So not-
if Gabe Davis
I-
had hands, yeah.
Yeah, if he had hands.
so Knox is just somebody like you would take in the last
I
round
just,
if you were desperate.
I'm off Knox. I had Knox last year and I was just so disappointed.
The thing with Knox is the
took
same
him
thing with
everywhere.
Kittle. He's obviously not as good as Kittle, but it's like, how are we going to use him? When Daboll was there, he was great, and I mean, not great. He was good.
Right. He started getting drafted like the 7th round at FFPCs last year.
Yeah, and then fucking what's his name just used him as a blocker so often. But
Yeah.
even at the end of the year, we kind of had to use him because Gabe Davis was trash, and he had some good games at the end of the year. And I love Knox. I think we should use him more, but he's a decent blocker. So
Yeah,
they're gonna use.
That's
I
what I
think
was telling Harry. He's got to be an amazing blocker somehow because he's still on the team. They extended him and stuff.
He's a good player. He could
He's just
be
not like fantasy.
He could
Yeah.
be. It's just like, are we gonna use him that way?
Yeah.
I could easily see him being as good as like Freiermuth or like those 12, 13, 14 guys, but 24.
Where
he's
is
not,
the Tennessee
He's
guy
not
ranked?
the 24th best.
They said
right
that
ahead.
he's.
He's
They
11.
said I read.
He's
some,
ahead of Kincaid.
Yeah, he's 2 spots ahead of Kincaid. Yeah,
He's
I
ahead of
read-
Kincaid and Schultz.
yeah, he's ahead of. So it goes him, Schultz.
They put some respect
Kincaid.
on him. I like that. What's his name?
Kincaid.
Chig. That's Chig.
That
But
dude from
Chig is
Tennessee. I can't pronounce his name, but
Chig.
like he's like a receiver at tight end.
Chigozium Okonkwo.
That's what it's supposed to be. Is for Kincaid, he's supposed to be a hybrid. He's supposed to be the
those
new
dudes are
Kelsey.
just-
He's supposed to be the new
yeah.
Kittle.
No, he won't be Kittle. Kittle's like baby Gronk. Kittle is like one of the best, probably the best blocking tight end in the league.
You
And
take
can
Gronk
also-
or Kittle. I mean, if you take Gronk or Kelsey, who's better?
Kelsey. Gronk just always was hurt.
Oh, when I speak of these things, I say healthy.
Yeah, I mean, if Gronk
If you're giving me
wasn't
the
hurt,
best version of Gronk and the best version of Kelsey, I
I'll
want
take-
Gronk.
I'll
over
take
Kelsey.
Gronk.
Have like 4.
yeah, he has
probably.
4. He
Kelsey
got
has
3
2.
with
Yeah.
the Patriots and 1 with the
Kelsey
Bucks.
probably has what 4 more years left.
No, Kelsey's 34, or he'll be 34 this year or something like that. I mean, he could
It
have
depends
4
how much
years.
he loves football. Like Gronk stopped early.
Anthony Gonzalez was great up until
Tony
I don't know why I said his full first name. Tony Gonzalez was great until he retired, not because he was old. He just was like, I'm done. I
Yeah,
don't want to
I've
do
done
it anymore.
enough,
Like he
yeah.
was still good.
Yeah, I don't know if you gave me the best version of Gronk and the best version of Kelsey, I'm taking Gronk because he'll catch just as much as Kelsey, and then his blocking was unreal.
Yeah, he was like it was like 2 right tackles, and that's how Kittle is. Like not quite with Gronk's level, but Kittle blocks so well, and that's what hurts him fantasy wise.
The first ever FFPC I ever did was in the Niagara Falls Wild Wings, and it was with my boss, the pharmacist, my man Bill. We took Gronk first overall. That's like how good Gronk was.
You actually go. He was just hurt so often.
Yeah, it sucked.
Because I argued with Bryce on Twitter that I still think Tony G is the GOAT at the position, just because.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine seeing Tony G play in today's game
Yeah.
too. Like, what would he do? It's hard to compare different.
But the thing is
At
he
least
was
Gronk and Kelsey's a fair comparison. They played in the
Yeah.
same time. Like, what would Gates and Tony Gonzalez do now?
Tony G was playing in an era with where it wasn't as pass heavy. He had some good quarterbacks, but he also had some bad ones. He never had like consistent quarterback play. He got Matt Ryan late in his
And he was still
career, and
eating,
he was
too.
still eating.
Yeah.
He was another guy I would draft later because people would think he was old, and he still put up similar, if not better, numbers than what Gronk was doing yearly. Kelsey's getting all these. Imagine Tony G, prime of his career with fucking Mahomes.
That's what sucks, though.
I know,
like
dude.
when he was saying McLaurin, it's like I know you give McLaurin a good quarterback, he's getting drafted in the top 5, but we can only go with what we have.
If you want, if
That's all we
you,
need is McLaurin to go on strike and go to Kansas City or go. To
Oh,
Nah,
man.
I would fucking kill myself. Just stay in the NFC, bro. Stop. They need to put a rule that no one can come to the AFC anymore. It's bullshit.
boring.
Every good player in the fucking NFL
Bills.
is in the AFC
Well,
or
it's-
on the Eagles
Yeah,
or
but
on the
crazy
49ers.
part is it's like it's the AFC for sure, but it's like soon as the Bills start dominating the AFC East,
Yeah.
now the whole AFC
Yeah.
East is nice besides the Patriots.
Yeah, they
And the
just let
Patriots-
Brady get
the
that shit
Patriots are
forever.
not-
Yeah, no one went to the
Yeah.
AFC East.
but the Patriots not far behind. They're a couple keys away to be competing with.
If the
them.
Yeah.
Patriots were in like
Yeah,
3
they got
of
a
the
good
divisions,
defense.
if the Patriots were in like 3 of the NFC divisions, they'd probably make playoffs.
There is
Yeah,
only 3
for
divisions.
sure.
Oh, there's 4.
4.
What division do you think the Patriots would win?
I just made that up, but
They would win the South.
they'd win the
Yeah.
South. They might not even win the South.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they would have a chance.
They probably would, though. That division sucks.
They'd have a
What's
chance
your
at the
Dom's
South.
division winners?
They'd have a chance in the pull it up real quick. I think they'd have a chance in the South. They'd have a chance in the North. I wouldn't take them, but they'd have a chance.
Yeah.
And then no, they're
The
not.
East
They're
and
not
West,
beating the
they have.
49ers or the Eagles.
I don't think they're better than Detroit or Minnesota. And I don't know if I think they're better than Green Bay because I just talk shit to Mark because of the schedule. Like, Mark thinks I hate New England. All I said is, bro, they're not winning 7.5 games.
No, they're not.
Because the schedule's brutal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all. You put New England in the NFC.
I just looked at their schedule.
Yeah,
and
it was
it's like
fucking hard as hell.
it's a hard schedule.
What we need to do next week is we need to build. We need to take the Eagles and the 49ers out of it and then build the best team you possibly can in the NFC. Because I need to see all these. Like, I mean, obviously Jefferson. Like, where are all the good players?
Oh, yeah, we'll save that for next week.
Yeah, I want to do that though.
Let's do, what division you want to start with?
I got it in order, so
Okay,
I'll just
go
start it. I'm gonna do AFC East. I'm not even just being biased. I'm the Bills.
Who do you think's closest to taking them down?
Actually, give us not just. So we're gonna do your division
it's
leaders.
Really go ahead.
I want do the division leaders first, and then pick your. Is it 3 wild cards now? 2 wild
Yeah,
cards.
3, 3, ain't it?
Yeah, it's 3. Because it's 2, 7.
Yeah,
no,
7
it's
teams. It's 4
yeah.
division
Three,
winners and
three,
2
three wild
cards.
cards.
I'll do that. I'll do
So
my
do the division
divisions
leaders and then
know.
tell me your
Okay.
3 wild card teams.
I think the Bills will win the AFC East. I can't predict like who's gonna take second. It's either Dolphins or Jets. It's
Yeah.
just clear as day.
I just think New England's fucked.
Yeah, New England's just it is. They're in
It is
rebuild.
what it
is.
They're,
Not even a
they're in
disrespect to
rebuild
them,
mode.
though.
I'm not even, as much as
fuck
I
them.
hate Patriots, but they're close. But
Let's
the,
get Mark on
the
the
East
air.
is one of the hardest. Mark's calling in.
Yeah.
It's one of the hardest divisions right now, for sure. You FaceTiming him?
Yeah.
We wanted to tell him.
Is it working? I don't even know.
You don't got
Probably
Wi-Fi?
not service isn't good in here. Whatever. Just
I would
so-
say-
I'm sorry.
just do the division leaders and then we'll talk about the wild card teams.
Okay. AFC North. Bengals. It'd go Bengals, Ravens, probably Browns and Steelers. And then Damon's going to tune in.
It's another tough division, though.
It's
It really is a tough
hard.
division.
It's a real it's all on Pickett, like, to see if they're going to be that team or not. You can't sleep on the Steelers. I know I have that bet with him that they won't win a playoff game in the next 10 years. But
That's wild.
That's fucking epic.
That's wild.
I like that.
In
how
10
many
years?
How many years has it been so far?
Since they won a playoff game? What's it been, like 3 or 4?
Last year they missed, and the year before
They
that
didn't make it
lost
last.
to
They went to
KC, and then they lost to Cleveland.
Yeah.
So they lost playoffs, and then didn't make it.
Yeah.
And how long ago did you bet it?
2 years ago?
I didn't even know you had that bet. That's fucking outstanding.
2 years ago. Yeah, I would say Bengals. And I think it's a coin toss between Ravens and Browns because I just expect Watson to just have just an immaculate year this year. I don't know why.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, they got one of their most healthiest teams right now. So,
They got the best offensive line in football,
Yeah.
arguably the best running back in football. Good
but
wide
I still,
receiver core.
you can't count out that 1-2 punch. I was arguing. There was like, who's the best wide receiver duo in the league right now, and everyone's saying Waddle, Tyreek, and I'm not saying no. I just think Higgins and Chase will be the best this year.
I think
they
I
could
think
stay-
Chase Higgins is better.
I think if they could both stay healthy and Burrow stays healthy, like, sure, you can take a QB out, you can take one of the wide receivers out, and then they automatically win. I'm saying if it's Tua, Waddle, and Tyreek, staying healthy, and it's Chase Higgins and Burrow healthy all year, give me Bengals for sure.
Chase is like my favorite player in the NFL. It's
He's
not
that
on the
dude.
Bills.
He's
so.
really like, he is Tyreek almost. You know what I mean? Like, Tyreek's a little bit faster and he's got crazy routes, but I just think that, in my opinion, Bengals are just gonna murder this year. AFC South. They kind of all suck, but
That's
I
a
think the
fact.
Jags would be really good.
I like the Jags. I don't see why not,
They
but
made it to the second round last year.
I'll be weird. I'll just take the Titans. I'll take the Titans. I'll put Jags second.
Yeah, I was hating on the Titans a lot last week, but I could see the Titans. I think the Jags win it, but if Hopkins is still healthy, Henry's still healthy, they still have a good defense.
Yeah, I was talking to my cousin about it because he was saying the Jags should go 6-0 in their division. And I was like, I don't see why they should just sweep Tennessee.
No, I just still
Even
think
Indy, bro. If Anthony Richardson's
Indy kinda
decent,
stinks,
Lawrence
though.
has not.
Their
proved
defense
it
is
to me
decent.
yet.
They don't have no secondary. Their best corner is suspended for betting on.
oh
football.
yeah, I forgot about that.
But Tennessee's the type of team that can win 4 games or like 12 games. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me.
And they'll be like Minnesota last year, where it's like
Yeah,
every
you just
score is a
never know. I don't think
one-score
they're
game.
good, but I don't think they're just a pushover. You're not just gonna sweep them. I told him like, yo, Tennessee almost beat Kansas City in Arrowhead with Malik Willis was like 3 for 60.
Who's your guys' AFC South? Jaguars?
Yeah, Jags for
Yeah,
sure.
Jags.
For me, but I do like Tennessee.
But I just think that Lawrence has a lot more room to
But
grow.
now with Ridley,
He's got to
man,
grow.
that wide receiver, like, who are you gonna
Is
cover?
he suspended again?
No, he's not.
He
Who?
got it delayed?
Who?
Ridley.
Oh, Ridley's back.
No, he just got
yeah.
reinstated.
He did? He's good?
Yeah. Like, who are you gonna cover? Like, you're gonna cover Ridley, you're gonna cover Kirk,
I
you're gonna
guess it
cover
would-
Ingram, and
I
then
guess-
Etienne's about to be just out here to
I would honestly have to
space.
look at both of their schedules and just kind of go from there.
They got, like, the
But
same
I think
schedule.
it's like, it's very similar. I'm just going to be weird. I would love to say Jaguars. I'm just going to be weird to say Titans.
I think Trevor Lawrence is like I'm gonna put money on him winning MVP this year. I don't think it's gonna
I
happen, but
put
the
him on-
odds are
I
good
put
enough.
money on him the one year, and he was like so completely terrible. It was
He had
disgusting.
Urban Meyer, and he was a rookie. He's nice though.
Yeah. AFC West,
Dougie
of
P.
course. We all know it's going to be the Raiders. I'm kidding. Yeah, for sure, Chiefs. I think that once again, I said it last year. I just really think that Wilson will just pop off like Watson.
You think Wilson's gonna be good this year?
Yeah, I think he will.
I think so too. I think Denver's gonna be pretty. I think Denver and the Chargers are gonna be better than they were last year. I mean, I still think Kansas City's gonna win, but
Denver will definitely.
I think
be
it would
better.
be KC to win, and it would be a coin toss between Broncos Chargers.
like, give us your 3 wild cards out of the AFC.
So right now, the playoffs, you have the Bills, the Chiefs, the Titans, and the Bengals.
My wild cards for the AFC.
Yeah, so 3 more teams.
It would be Miami Jets.
That shit is hard.
Yeah, the AFC's tough.
Miami Jets, Browns.
I think that's
or
what
maybe
I picked.
maybe Broncos.
Yeah, it is tough. There's gonna be some good
Dude,
teams,
Chargers. So I'm just gonna say Miami Jets for sure, and then it would be a coin toss between Broncos, Chargers, Browns.
I think I took the
It's
Jets.
just I gotta look at their schedules really to be like to see where they're gonna be.
They're
at.
all so hard.
Yeah, so I would love to say that Miami's for sure going. Jets, I don't see why they won't go. They got Rodgers and they got half the Green Bay with them. So
Yeah, they got a nice team coming
and
together.
Green Bay was doing well even when Rodgers was having everyone drop all the balls on him. So it's just like you can't count Rodgers out. Everyone tried to count Tom Brady out every single time.
Those dudes find that extra motivation.
just
Now
get
Rodgers
it,
is a whole
yeah.
different person than he was last year.
It's like Rodgers is going to sit down and look at all the tweets that people were talking shit about. He's like, yeah, I got you at Hairball 15.
It won't be for me.
No, you were like, bitch, you want to leave
Love
Green
that guy.
Bay? You want to leave Green Bay?
I'll be cheering for him.
What, the fuck around and go to another green team?
He deserved better, and he's getting treated better. So
Okay, we got NFC.
yeah,
For sure, Eagles in the East. They should fly. Eagles fly. But, yeah, Eagles for sure. There's a good chance Cowboys, I mean, they're right on their ass. It depends on schedules once again, but I see the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders exactly how it looked last year.
I think the Commanders come in third.
I think the Commanders are gonna be terrible.
Yeah, I just don't see how they're going to be good.
One of the best defensive lines in football. Sam Howell, if he's
Yeah,
decent.
but it's just up to the QB, so.
I just think the Giants are not good.
That's the same thing with. It's the same thing with Miami.
I think
right
they
now.
were fluky as fuck last year.
You give Miami a better quarterback.
I don't
They'd
see.
be-
I
they'd
just
be
don't
top
see
tier.
why Sam Howell can't be close to what Daniel Jones is.
I just think the Giants just got a better team.
The receivers way better on the Commanders. Running backs, obviously Barkley's better, but after that, like
No,
Gibson and Brian Robinson.
Their wide receivers are the core of Giants is better than
No
Commanders.
way. McLaurin and Dotson alone clear everyone on the fucking Giants.
Yeah, the Giants got more depth though. They got
Yeah.
Waller now. That Hyatt kid's running fucking faster than Tyree.
Hyatt, that's who it was. Hyatt, that's what I was trying to think of.
Hodgins.
He ran
Yeah,
fast.
Hodgins was crushing. Like
was
it's not the
crushing.
blockbuster
And he was
names,
on the
but
Bills, and we just let him go.
Dable,
Oh, I know.
Dable's
I
just
got
nice.
something about
though.
Hodgins
You got-
is
the
nice.
difference between Dable and Ron
Slayton's-
Rivera is not good.
Slayton's nice.
Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, I
So
guess
who's,
he
who's the
has more
dude?
power.
Who's the rookie that killed over there?
For who? Washington or New York?
Giants. What's his name? He was killing.
I don't think anyone killed last year for them except for Hodgins the
No,
last
he
couple
stepped
weeks.
up. So
Richie James had some
yeah,
games,
Richie James,
but he's
that's-
on Kansas
that's-
City now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. So it's what? Slayton, Sterling Shepard.
Sterling Shepard's already hurt again, I think.
So they got Paris Campbell too.
Paris Campbell, Isaiah Hodgins,
Darren Waller.
who we don't even is he still
They
good?
say he's
Yes.
unguardable right
Yeah.
now. in
Did
camp.
they?
Yeah.
There's no way you can't. If he falls to me, I'll pick him up and play in a flex spot for sure.
I don't know, man. I like
He
the
loves
enemy,
tight
fucking
ends.
Gibson,
He loves tight
Rob.
ends. He was overthrowing. I mean, he was throwing and throwing to Sterling Shepard. He got hurt. Then they gave me Slayton. Slayton was throwing and throwing and throwing. Slayton got
Listen
hurt.
though,
I
Chase
love-
Young,
Daniel Jones is he's not bad.
Chase Young, Jonathan Allen. Who, and what-
Darren Payne or whatever.
yeah, and then
I love
who's the other?
Jonathan.
Who's that on the other end?
Remember the bad thing about him?
Who's the other end? Oh fuck, Montez Sweat.
Yeah, they're tough.
I don't know.
What
I
does
think
that mean,
I think the
though?
Commanders come in the third.
Yeah, they stop a couple times, and guess what? People just figure you out, and they just come back down to score.
I think the Giants are trash.
Let them finish though.
Yeah,
I
go
get
ahead.
it. I get it.
Go ahead.
Are you just being biased because they're in New York, or
No, I just think if Howell is halfway decent,
Giants will
think they
never win a
win.
division with Daniel Jones?
no, they're not
That's
going to.
insane.
Yeah, neither team has a chance to win the division. I just think that the Commanders are better than the
Who you
Giants.
guys got in the East? NFC.
I got the
Everyone
Eagles.
has the Eagles.
Yeah, it's just
We all
I
picked
do
the
like
Eagles.
Dallas, but I just think Philly's like loaded.
Yeah, I think we all picked Eagles as a wild card team, or the Eagles as the division, Cowboys as a wild card team.
for sure.
yeah.
That was probably the third best team in the NFC.
NFC North, I think the Lions will win.
That's what I think we all picked the Lions.
You guys picked
I
the
thought
Lions.
you picked didn't you pick the Packers?
Lions-
Probably talking
The
shit,
Lions
but-
were so amazing last year. It's honestly weird that they have like a 9-8 win-loss record because like they were seconds away from being like
Their
a
defense.
13-4 winning team. Like,
Yeah.
and it's weird because Goff was like everyone hated on Goff, and it's just
He
like
finished the season as one of the best quarterbacks too.
yeah. So it's just like
He's fallen.
The
He's
thing
like
with
the,
the Lions, I said Duke was that they just got to prove it to me because they still are the Lions.
It was just weird to me because like people were saying all last year like, oh, we're playing the Lions, easy win. Are you
they're
kidding me?
nice.
They're putting up fucking 40 points and shit.
Yeah.
A shitty
They
team.
love that coach
if
too.
if their defense was better,
and they signed a bunch of dudes.
You
on
know what I mean?
defense.
It was
Did
like-
their cornerback
they
get
were
hurt,
a
though?
playoff team.
Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, that's
They
what
were-
it was. Yeah.
They were a clear playoff team the way they were
And
playing.
it came down to the last week. They
Yeah.
needed Seattle to lose, but
Yeah.
Seattle won.
Yeah, it was just
So-
I like the Lions a lot this
Yeah,
year.
they got a nice
I'm gonna
team.
take them to be number 1. Number 2
Yeah,
will
they
be
don't have no weaknesses.
will probably be Vikings because they
And
just
the Vikings
got
3.
they got a sick receiving core.
They got a good offense. I just hate their defense.
Yeah, and then it's up to Green Bay to see what Jordan Love is about. So I'd take Green Bay to probably be 3, and then Bears to be 4.
C.J. Gardner Johnson's already back at practice.
Oh, he is back?
That's fucking
Oh,
nuts.
You guys all got Lions too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was telling them I do still think Green Bay can win the division.
That
but-
division is wide open. I think everyone but the Bears have a chance.
So Tampa Bay, that's Baker.
Yeah,
Baker,
Panthers is
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young,
Saints is
Derek
Derek
Carr,
Carr.
and then Falcons is Ritter.
Desmond
Yep.
Ritter. Like all of them dudes.
This
It's gonna
why
be-
does both South suck so bad?
It's crazy. The NFC South is like pathetic.
If Ritter is
I think
good,
if
the
you put
Falcons
the
are going to
AFC
be good.
I think if you put the AFC South versus the NFC South, they just smoke them.
And if AFC South, if Ritter's not good, the Falcons have a great team.
Yeah, they got a good roster.
It's just it's all on Ritter.
Ew. This is ew. Who do you even pick? Don't even tell me your picks. Let me just pick mine real quick. I'm gonna have to be. We're gonna go number 1 overall. We're gonna have to go Panthers, I guess, to win the South.
Anyone
guys
could
got?
win the South.
Yeah,
so
anyone
I
can win.
I picked the Falcons just
I
because
think I picked
Ritter
the
will be
Saints,
okay.
but I'm
You
starting.
did pick
I
the-
do like Atlanta after I really looked at their team.
Yeah.
But I think the Saints just have the best
See
quarterback.
why not?
Sadly,
If Bryce Young's good though, I can see the Panthers
Yeah, I
winning
just
it.
see-
Their defense was really good last year.
Because like Joe Burrow came out like first year was being really good too. So, and I don't know. I'm gonna be weird. I'll take the Panthers. The second team will be Falcons, Saints, Bucks for last.
yeah,
for
Bucks
sure.
should suck real bad.
It sucks they win the division. Then next year they're just the bottom of the division.
So right now you have the Panthers, the Lions,
And the Eagles.
the Eagles.
And now he's on the West.
I'm on the
Okay.
West right now. It's just too clear as day. It's gonna be 49ers.
Yeah,
49ers.
I think so.
Yeah, everyone picked
Yeah.
40. Yeah. So who would be your three wild
Who's
cards?
starting over there? Lance is still alive.
They think
Purdy right now.
Purdy they think is going to be
He's
the
still
starter.
alive too.
You gotta
He
be
came
sick.
back super quick.
What did you say?
He's got to be sick. All that
Yeah.
shit he was talking on the pod.
I still stand by what I've said, but I'm wrong.
What did you say?
So I said when Purdy first went in, and Joe was like acting like Purdy is like.
He
I
said,
forgot
"Why
what-
can't he be good?"
He said, "Why can't he be good?" And I said, statistically speaking, there's been one Pro Bowler drafted in the 7th round, like ever, at the quarterback position, and it was like Matt Castle, and he was like a fill-in or something like that. Maybe it was like 1 or 2. I don't remember exactly. So I said the odds that Purdy is like an above-average quarterback is like almost nothing. And I said that he wouldn't be a starter in a year, which it seems like he's going to be the starter. So I am wrong about that, but I don't think if he was on any other team, he'd be good.
Okay.
We've seen Mullins eat over that. We've seen
Okay.
so many
Yeah,
quarterbacks.
Mullins
We
eat
didn't
over
see
that.
Mullins do it like this though. Mullins was
No,
throwing
no,
picks,
You're right.
losing
You're
games.
right. You're right.
Yes.
I just don't think he would. I don't think he sniffs.
He's
a
in the
Pro
perfect
Bowl.
spot.
He is
Yeah.
with.
That's the
He
perfect
went
spot.
to the absolute, in my opinion, the absolute best team.
There's
you
not a
could
better
go
place.
to.
Yeah.
There's no better
the way
place. Kansas
Shanahan
City's not
coaches
better.
these guys.
Buffalo's not better. Eagles is not better. Their team is so perfectly well-rounded. San Fran, it's disgusting. Like,
Kyle Shanahan is
Their
one of the
weakest
best
spot-
coaches in the
Yeah.
league
yeah,
until
their weakest spot on the team is quarterback.
Yeah.
until
their
they're
O-line's
up by
crazy.
20 in a playoff game. Kyle Shanahan's one of the best coaches in the league. He just
I just
chokes.
don't see why like Niners could go the whole way.
I think I could
I-
complete a pass on
I
that
think
team.
Niners and Eagles should just rematch. Will be the rematch in the NFC again. That's my opinion. But
And then he get hurt in that game.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
like tore
so
his.
it's like-
That's why I can't believe he's back week 1.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's about a year ago.
Yeah, but no, it's only been 6 months, right?
Yeah.
February. It was in February. Oh no, it was January because it was
January.
2 weeks before the Super Bowl. So yeah, it's been like what, 6
But
months,
he's gonna
7 months.
start- Yeah, so he'd be like 8 months. 49ers, Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams.
Then who's your 3 wild cards?
So right now you have Eagles, Panthers,
Cowboys,
49ers.
Cowboys. If Falcons don't win the division, Falcons and
If 2 NFC South teams make the playoffs, I'll shit my pants.
yeah. Well, you see it though; it happens.
Honestly, with how bad the NFC is, I could.
Yeah,
deal with
anything's possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they suck over there. Damn, Seahawks are gonna be pretty good too.
yeah, I think I do like Seattle.
Seahawks.
Their secondary is crazy.
Yeah, I'll do Seahawks, but I don't know, man. Yeah, Cardinals could sneak right in, but that's my picks.
I think Cardinals are.
The Cardinals are like
They're
the worst team in
ass.
the league.
Yeah, but we don't know because I was so high on Denver. Everyone was high on Denver. They put Denver at like the number 3 of winning the Super Bowl last year, and then they were the worst team.
I will be putting $100 on them winning less than 5 games this year. They're gonna. I mean, no, I won't because if Kyler comes back, they could easily win 5 games. But if Kyler doesn't come back, which it looks like that's not even possible now, it looks like he's 100% gonna come back at some point. If Kyler doesn't play, they are the worst team in the NFL without a doubt. Their defense legit has guys that won't be in the NFL in 5
You
years.
think they're the worst team in the NFL? Let me
Dude,
look
they're
at the teams.
bad, bro.
Let me look at the teams.
Colt McCoy starting quarterback. They have Marquise Brown, Rondell Moore, Greg Dortch. Who else? Then they have Zach Ertz. They have a terrible offensive line. They have no players on their defense except for Isaiah Simmons and Budda Baker. They're gonna be bad. Makes no sense for Kyler to come back.
All right, peace.
I would say,
Yeah, I'm
I would
hungry as
say
hell.
maybe the Rams would be the worst team.
Rams could be the worst
Yeah.
too if Stafford's elbow is still fucked. But if you have Stafford and Cup, you're automatically better than
He's
the
not playing.
Cardinals.
He's not playing. He just finished his contract out now.
Yeah, he's
At
just
this
making
point,
some
he
money.
won a Super Bowl. That's it.
All right, we're out of here. Next week we'll do quarterbacks. We'll try to build a good NFC team without the Eagles.
No, the running backs next week.
Oh yeah, duh. Running backs are
And then we'll build
running backs will be the last.
best, what we think the NFC's best players are.
Yeah, and then we can do like a little list or something. I don't fucking know. We'll figure something out. But after this, man, we only got like 4 more weeks until football.
I know, it's
dude.
crazy.
Are you gonna podcast during football season?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the best. It's honestly our favorite time.
Yeah.
We go over all our leagues and
yeah.
all that shit.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Don, for coming.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.